Heyo Gacha, heyo Kuro, hello Fish, hello Huramis, Zachary, Kyra! Yes! Kyra, thank you for the renewal of, the membership. You're almost a stream baby already. How many babies are you? How many parents do you have at this point? I wonder. Do let me know if the music's too loud. I feel like I hear myself, but I might be tripping. I don't know. My audio app had an update today, so I'm still trying to figure out a lot of things. But look at that. I had one functional alert, okay? Did you guys hear it? Did you hear the thing before I get excited for no reason? Because I think it should have worked, okay? Yes. You're one of my stream babies. I'm very happy. Yes. Yes, it's great. I tried streaming. It's fun. It's exhausting but fun. Yes. See, you're getting a real taste of it. You're understanding. It is not that easy peasy. Again, I'm not gonna go all the way the other side with the people saying it's harder than a 9 to 5. But you have to be into it if you wanna attract people and want people to stay there. You cannot just stay there with a blunt face, okay? Hello, Blues. How you doing? How was your day? How is everybody doing? How was the weekend? What's cool? What's new? What's going on? I had a very busy weekend, but I have no regrets. It was a great time overall, and I'm very happy with it. Also, why is my multi-chat not working? I don't want to miss Twitch. Where is it? Why is it not? Is it there? Oh yeah, it's working. Whoopsie, it works. I work weekends, so it was bleh, bleh, boo, boo. No to working on weekends. We need to revolt. We need to cancel working on weekends, okay? And I found out I can't do karaoke without practice first. Well, you see, that's the beautiful thing about streaming karaoke. Unless you're gonna be like a full-on music, like V-singer or singer or whatever it is, nobody actually really cares. Like, nobody does. Whether you're talented or not, they just like to see the streamer they like to watch singing and singing the songs that they request. So at least do not fret. I fret anyways. I'm telling you that like I'm not stressed out of my mind when I know I can't perform and I'm not even a streamer, a singer, but it's like, it's fine. I mess up all the time and people be patchy in the chat anyways. So it gives you that little boost of confidence. You don't want to be overconfident with it. Like, don't go apply for American Idol based off the feedback you get on the stream. But at least you can have fun with it, okay? We got rain and snow over the weekend. You got both? We were lucky we only got rain. It was raining a lot, so all the snow is almost gone in my neighborhood and it makes me very happy. Today and yesterday I was able to get out of the house without my boots. And I felt very happy, Mana, you're absolutely a singer. You sound amazing. Thank you. I'm not, but thank you. And I'm not gonna say I'm a bad singer. I don't think I'm the worst or anything, and I don't think I'm tone deaf or anything. But I'm really far from being a singer. And honestly, I know you shouldn't be comparing yourself, but sometimes I find those rare gems of these singers, and I'm like, dang, I wish I had something resembling what they can do. They're amazing and I look up to them, and I hope that one day I can sound somewhat like them, but I'm not. Like, I can tell, like, sometimes I post something and then a few days later I listen to it and I'm like, oh god, oh no, what I do? Like, I think my Snake Eater cover is not terrible, but it's not great. Like, there's a lot that could be improved about it. So I would like, maybe one day I'll do a full cover and really take the time to really learn and practice a lot and like make sure the notes sound all right, because some notes in there are not giving, okay? It was awesome. I loved it. I'm happy you guys loved it. That's what matters. I make these for you guys more than myself, so as long as you guys enjoy them, it's good. I am still very self-conscious about them when I hear stuff. My problem is I get like 1 second behind, then ran out of air trying to catch up. Oh well, I mean, that comes with practice. So like, if you know a song, you know when you'll have time to breathe, so you'll be all right, Also, think you might like that game franchise. I mean, I don't know much about it. Like, I've heard of it. The most I've ever known about the character is when he was in Super Smash, and then he would like be in a box and like put bombs on people. That's all I really know. So, like, what's the story? What's the genre? I have no idea. So it's kind of difficult for me to say if I know. I would need to look into it a bit more to be able to say that. I love the hell out of it anyway, but you may your mileage may vary. Yeah, I guess it depends. I just really don't know. So it's difficult for me to be like, oh yeah, if I'll definitely like this type of game. I don't know what type of game it is, you know. We're here for the scuff, singing and yapping. Yappening, yes. See? That's a real one right there. You know exactly what you're coming for, and that's what you're getting. You're getting scuff and some mumbles and sometimes some singing. You know, so at least I'm not trying to scam anybody. Everybody knows what they're gonna get when they come to my channel. It's gonna be an interesting time to say the least, you know. I decided to find a random question online, and that would be the main subject today. So if you want to talk about that, feel free. At some point, I will probably broach the subject. And yeah, you crush it with Sneaky. Thank you. I appreciate it. I know I haven't posted anything in a while, but I was just too busy over the weekend. I will probably try to record something tomorrow so I can not give up. But I mean, I usually give up every year around the 15th day, so I'm pretty much on brand. But I'm gonna try and do a few more, push myself a bit further than the other years, you know? It's gonna be some things and some stuff. That sounds amazing. I love some things and some stuff. Thank you, Blues. Hello, Elle. I'm doing good. How are you? How was your weekend? What did you do this weekend? By the way, what are your thoughts on gacha games? I just spent 200 bucks on a character. My thoughts are that those are dangerous and they can induce you into a gambling addiction. I'm not talking from experience, of course, because I would never do that. I'm a very conscientious turtle. I don't gamble on gacha. I would never, I swear. But I think they can be fun, and I think that even though it can be like way harder, it is still totally doable for a lot of games to play them free to play. But sometimes the cosmetics be looking cute, and sometimes you let yourself go. I'm not talking about myself, of course, but you know what I mean. Do you believe love is blind? I don't know. I know what when you look at folks through the rose tinted glasses, all the red flags just look like flags. Yeah. I'll come back on that. It was good. Yeah, happy you had a good one. Also, my bloodline ends with me, so I wouldn't know. I don't think I will find love. Don't discourage. I mean, if you want it, I would say don't discourage. If you want to be alone, that's another story. But, you know, I feel like a lot of people give up, and when they give up, it just shows up. Or rather, I've given up. Don't give up. I'll be rooting for you. I will be rooting for you to find your forever turtle. Okay, it's gonna be all right. But yeah, I was thinking about if Love is Blind, and I'm not talking about the show, the terrible show sometimes. I'm like, no. I think Love is very much aware. I mean, maybe because I haven't really been in a situation where I was like, no, I can't help myself. Like, I've had crushes and stuff like that. Wait. 1 second. Sorry about that. I had a man complaining in my office, so I needed to shoo him away. Anyways, sorry, let me catch up. In my opinion, love is blind applies more to a crush than love. Love is knowing they have faults and still working through them and loving them for it anyway. Being blind to them is more superficial. Agreed. Grab you a moment, gotta get my bucket of ice cream. Lucky. Yes, love is blind. My girlfriend is a supermodel by any stretch. Hell, I look like I'm a better dressed homeless man 90% of the time. But my baby cakes makes my heart melt when she smiles. Look at that. I do like that, love. Yeah, Astor was complaining about stuff. I don't want to expose it, but it'll just say that he slacked off and then is blaming me, okay?
It's your fault.
How do you want me to tell them?
No, but
Then just take the blame as you come bother me during my streams to complain about it.
yeah, laugh. Laugh at the result. You did this on purpose. I already
Me?
know.
I would never do anything like that. I swear this man. Anyways, what are you looking at? Go away. Oh my God. What was I gonna say? Yeah, I feel like I was never one to make a whole decision on one aspect. I think I've said that before, but I believe that love is a choice mostly. I think there's a lot of things that can help. That you can be like, if you think the person's hot, that's already a big point. And like you can just check it off. But then there's just so much more to think. Like, I want to spend the rest of my life with this person. Do we align? Do we have the same values? Do we deal with money the same way? Do we have the same goals? Like, because I feel like if you are like someone that is super career oriented and then you are with someone that just doesn't care and it's something that is important for you, then it's not gonna work. Like, I was never a career person. Ashley knows that. So, it's no surprise that I don't want to do my job. Like, I complain about my job every day and stuff. He knew that coming into it. But if he was like, oh, I love a woman that has a goal and stuff like that, I wouldn't be the one. No matter how much he loves me and stuff, it would probably clash, because then he would probably think I'm lazy and then look down on me, and it would create so many more issues over time just because of it. And I feel like that's a good thing that Astor and I didn't know what we were looking like when we started becoming friends and stuff like that. It happened, and then we didn't fall in love based on looks, let's just say. And then we learned to know who was the other person really, and made the decision, especially on my side. Like, I want to talk to him, but for me, it was a decision to choose to love this person. Like, to be like, okay, here is what I need. Well, here are my values. Here is what the things I need in the future, and blah blah blah. Is that okay for you? And then we can try it, and then it worked out, so it's good. But I was never in a situation where I was so blinded by love that I don't care about anything, and it's gonna work out with all the roses. I didn't really have the tinted glasses at any point. I was like, yeah, no, I'm making very sensible decisions right now, and I don't regret them. And I feel like it's a lot easier. And since I'm that type of person, I guess sometimes it's difficult for me when people ask me for advice and stuff, and I'm just like, but you don't have to do this to yourself. Like, just think about it. Do you want this for the rest of your life or not? And for me, the answer is very obvious that the answer is no. But if the person is going through it and love is blinding them a little bit, it's a bit difficult, Yeah, no worries. Go build your chair, Fish. Don't worry about it. We love playing VR chat together and enjoy watching sappy romance anime together. Are we perfect? Nope. I don't think anybody is, or any couple, really. She has bad self-confidence, but I keep telling her that her personality is what keeps me here. Yeah, and I mean, you can try and be a bit more smooth and more wistful with it, and also reinforce to her that you think she's cute. I hope you do. But I love to do that. Like, if I know that someone is not confident in their looks, and I do think that they're cute and stuff, I'll make sure to tell them as much as I can. Sometimes just hearing it at some point, whether they realize or not, they will start believing it too. And it's very, very enjoyable to see someone grow confident over time as you help them through it. Personality is all that matters to me, and I think I have my eyes not set on the guy and really like, ooh, let's go. And I think I would just say be careful with that. Like, personality is great, but there's other things that you have to put in the balance. Personality is great, but it will not fix all the issues. Personality is great, but like, both of you can handle criticism? Can you handle an argument? There's just so many things to consider. Do you have the same values? It's one of the main things. If you don't have the same values around like work or about life, if you don't have the same religion, you have to know that you're coming into this relationship with a few roadblocks, and that you might as well discuss them, because it can create issues later. You mean you didn't fall in love immediately with Astor, but he looks like a Gilgamesh person, all golden and stuff. What's not to love? I know. I don't know what was wrong with my eyes. They were wrong. As sappy as it is, I wake up every morning, I look at his face, and I'm just giddy and happy because I think he's the cutest man alive. And that's just how I feel every morning, and I'm just happy, and that's how I start my day. But my first impression wasn't that. So it's just like, oh, I have decided and chosen to love this man, and he's just the best for me, and that's how that works, you know. And it was never a blind decision, at least not for me, you know. And I don't think it was for him either. I mean, more like looks aren't my first priority. Yeah, no, for me it wasn't. It was always about like, does this person fit my needs, and are the needs that I think I have real? Are they real requirements? Like at some point when I was like figuring stuff out, it was like I was talking with a therapist, and it was like, well, these things that you're like not happy with and that, are they deal breakers? And then you have to come to a conclusion like, would I break up with someone over this thing? No. If he doesn't clip his nails, it's not a question, it's not a reason for me to break up with him. I can live. I will nag and become a real wife nagging about clipping your nails. That's just what's gonna happen. But I'm not gonna be like, I cannot be with you anymore. You know? Like, you have to choose. And some people will be like, I need a 6-figure man. He needs to be 6 feet tall and blah blah blah. Sure, you can have your preferences, but are you gonna skip on the person for you just because one of these were not checked? I'm like, you know? Are they the person you want by your side in a crisis? A very, very important question. Like, are they gonna be able to put themselves aside when you're panicking? Or are they gonna panic with you? Or are they gonna make it about them? There's a lot of ways it can go. And that answer will probably help you in the future, you know? That's so cool. I really hope that everybody can find their person that just makes them feel at home. What? I don't know what you're talking about. I was just saying that you make me feel at home. You know, I would never talk behind your back. I would never talk. I would never talk about your nails because your nails are so wonderful. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Uh-huh. Yeah. Go away. I chose a random question today, and the question is, do you believe love is blind? So we're talking about that today. Well, go in the chat and say, so why are you in my office? Wah. Go. Let me kind of see how he's just coming in, talking and stuff. I hear Aster making Aster noises in the background. Exactly. He comes in complaining. Look what you talking about. Like, go. I'm like, if you want to say anything, go in the chat instead of coming to my office all the time. Go away. We both have not had a relationship for a while. She's coming from a relationship that was abusive, and my last relationship was 4 years ago. We are working together step by step, helping each other. And I think that's great. Like, you know, I love that these type of stories, because it just shows that it's not because you had a bad experience that it's the end for you. And there's always hope, and like, you gotta give it another chance if that's something that you really want. So I like to hear about that. People like that heal, they grow, and they're able to start again and try again. And hopefully it works out, you know? Only deal breakers for me is ghosting for no reason and being unkind. I mean, is it? I mean, if someone ghosts you, they are already broke up with you. So I would, like, it's not even just a deal breaker. It's just like, they left you, and you should not run after anybody in this world. Hello, Clarence, how you doing? And being unkind, yeah, if like, that's an important thing for me. I need someone that will treat me with kindness, just like I will treat them with kindness. I need to know that I can go to that person with any problem, and they're not gonna like laugh at me or judge me for my feelings, but they're gonna hear me out. And then if it's actually funny, then we can like laugh about it together after. But in my moment of crisis, I can be like, oh, I can't go see this person because they're gonna think that I'm X, Y, and Z. I feel like if you're not safe, emotionally safe in a relationship, it's not where I want to be personally, you know? Opposites attract for a reason. You can't solve every problem if everyone has the same viewpoint. Yeah, I think it's also very important. I agree to have differing opinions. Like, you need to be able to have a discussion with the other and be like, I don't agree, but we're just gonna have to like, we're okay. We're not agreeing on everything. Like, we have a lot of things that we don't like believe the same way. Like, I think the most important things in our lives we do agree on, so that's important. But most things will be like, well, I see it that way, I see it that way. Well, okay, well, it's okay if we don't agree. We don't have to agree on everything. If not, what would be the point of being different humans? Like, we're not trying to be the same person, you know? Hello. But yeah, like, Aster was my second relationship in my whole life. So, I haven't tried much in my life. And I have nothing bad to say, like, really, about my first relationship. It lasted a while. It was a good person, but I just realized after a while it was not gonna work. It was not, I had requirements that I needed fulfilled that I could not get. And I was like, we're not gonna do it. So I decided to end things. And then Aster was there. Yeah, so that was that. So I'm not the most experienced or anything. Neither is easy, but when you choose to make it work, I feel like you can do it. You can just talk things through. My number one recommendation for any relationship is always communication. Just talk to each other. Like, when you're happy, when you're unhappy, when you're sad, no matter what it is, if you know that you can talk to the other, most of the time I feel, and talk to the other in a respectful way always. Like, I feel like it's important, like, anytime even if you're mad or something, it's important to take time to choose your words. You never want to, like, you can never take back something you've said. So, like, take your time and, like, think it through. I'm a person, I do struggle with that. I struggle with saying stuff right away because I really need a lot of time to process how I feel, and then I can come with a more thoughtful way of expressing my feelings. And I don't think everybody needs to be like me, but just think about it twice before you say something, because you can't take it back after. To answer the question of the title, I do believe love is blind because it's about affection and longing. However, being attracted does affect chances of bond forming in the first place. Well, yeah, but I feel like I can love someone, but I can still see their flaws. I can still see, oh, well, if I do end up with this person, there's a high chance that this X, Y, and Z is gonna be my future. And I love them, it's great, but is love gonna be enough to make us live properly and, like, be happy for the rest of our days? Because I'm someone that doesn't believe in, like, really divorce. Like, I have no intention. Like, no matter what he wants, he ain't going anywhere. So it's like, I need to make sure that I know that this is someone I have no problem spending the rest of my life with. I don't have this is not, but Do you guys agree on who has the best waifu husbando? Well, I mean, maybe. I mean, he cannot get past Sesshomaru-sama, but as my husband number 2, it's not that bad. Jamie from the basement, never. You came complaining in my office. You deserve to be in the basement. Not me though. I have nothing to do with it. I'm just saying he just likes to put himself in the basement. It has nothing to do with me. Hello, fishing. How you doing? Hello, Kuro. When it comes to experience, I surpass you. I have none. Well, it's not that fair. See, I only had one and then I got married. So maybe you just need to find your number 1 and do it, Not gonna lie, I was stressed recently and I went to the guy I like. He doesn't know for advice. I thought he'd judge, but he helped me through it calmly. That's what kind of clicked for me. Yeah, there's something so warming for your heart when you're scared of judgment and the person just listens to you eagerly and, like, wants to help you and give you advice. It's super nice, we like a person like that. I have never been in a relationship, nor have I fallen in love with anyone. I'm Aero Ace. I do want those. I'm just too scared to be in a relationship with people I know hate their partners. Well, there's that. You also have to manage your external trauma so that you don't bring it in a relationship. So there's also that. And you want to get in a relationship when you're ready. So I've always said you need to be 100% before you add another person to your life. I do not believe in 50-50. Like, I'm 50%. When I meet my partner, I'll be 100 with them. No, because that's 50% people. That's not good. You're not having a passing grade here. We both need to be 100% and then meet each other and complete each other. We're not trying to fill anybody's tank. And, like, it's okay if someone is 98%, the other is 100, but you're not trying to fill the gap. You need to be happy on your own and be, like, feel happy. And I know that some people do find the person when they're at the lowest and that person helps them out, and I think that can happen. But I think the goal for me would be to be at my best. And I mean, it kind of worked out. I was not at my best, but it worked out. I'm not gonna get into details, but After just turned the basement into the man cave. Do you think he has access to a man cave? No, I'm in control of this household, okay? I deal with things. I started yapping. I didn't even get into my weekend. We had a great weekend. We had my sister over. He taught her how to make bread. Now she's chanting the praises of the bread every day, all day. She called me while I was driving to work to tell me how great it was and how yummy it was and how happy. Finally, introduced my sister to the religion of Costco yesterday. We went and she was like a child in an amusement park. Amazing time. And then we had some good food, some good drinks. And I was painting the chairs. You know, remember that table that broke my phone last summer? I'm still not done with it. So I'm working on it. So yeah, it was a busy weekend. I started saying I was busy during the weekend and I never finished my sentence. You know, it happens to best of us. I wish you won't let me buy anything. Exactly. I am in control. Costco rules. Yes, I was like, see, I'm gonna judge my sister in front of everyone. It's where I got my chair today. Let's go. Get a fancy chair. The first time we went, we tried a random chair in the Costco and we were like, why is this chair so comfortable? I don't know. Costco is life. Costco is Bay. But my sister, in all her wisdom, about 3 years ago, she got her Costco membership. She never went. She was kind of scared to go finish her like signing up, so she just never got the card. So she's been paying for her Costco membership for 3 years, and she's never been. And I'm like, what? Why are you not going? Like, I could find an email. You don't need the email. Give your name or your email or your phone number. They'll find your account and give you your card. Like, what are you talking about? So I was like, you're not, because she just paid it back in January. I'm like, stop this heresy. So we went, and then I judged her, and then the lady at Costco were like, so you never came for 3 years, because she could see the 2022 in our account. And then she was like, yeah, I'm sorry, I already got scolded and stuff. Because I don't know, my sister was just scared of going to Costco on her own. So now I'm gonna go with her sometimes. She's less scared now because we went around the whole Costco. We did all the aisles. She saw plants. She loves plants. She was very happy. And then after that, we went back. And I was like, are you okay now? She's like, yes, I feel better. But you want to come with me sometimes because I don't want to go alone. We did some exchanges. I gave her some toilet cleaner. She gave me some aluminum paper. So, you know, great deals all around. My weekend was spent playing with college friends co-ops in Sons of the Forest. So much gore. I've never heard of that, and it doesn't sound like my cup of tea from your description here. But as long as you had a good weekend, it's a good thing. We appreciate that. But yeah, I feel like I was devolving into conversation. I don't even know where I'm going with any of this. But yeah, I don't believe love is blind. I feel like if love is blind, there has a high chance it will not last. I feel like, you know, all these shows of Married at First Sight, that's already a bad idea, because sure, you don't know if you're attracted to them physically, that's number one. But I feel like you can develop your attraction over time when you love someone. So that's okay. But you also did not even know what their personality was on. So you just meet them on the wedding day and then you learn who they are? Hello? What if they're like some type of serial killer or something? You don't even know that. Like, what are you supposed to do with that information? I never got it. I never watched that shows, but my sister did, and they told me about some couples that were doing X, Y, and Z, and I was like, why would you just marry a stranger on the? I mean, I'll do you one better: arranged marriage. I mean, it's basically the same, but it's like taking arranged marriage and then making it a reality TV show out of it. You don't even get to see it. Well, that's the point of Married at First Sight, Aster. That's exactly what they do. Like, they have like matchmakers choosing people for people, and then they meet on the wedding day. Like, they meet like when the bride walks down the aisle, and then they say I do, and then TV crew follows them. Like, hello? Because it's like, oh, did the matchmaker find the right deal? And there has been tragic times where the husband removes the veil and he's like, nice to meet you, wife. Like, you know, it has had some awkward moments like that. I actually had one of those movie moments back in high school. I saw this girl and I just knew that she was the one. Like, I've never felt that way about anyone else. I confess, after getting to know her at first, but she wasn't ready for a relationship at the time. Well, is she now? Nice to meet you. I do. That's basically the show. They should have just named the show that. I'm sure people would have watched it anyways. I was embarrassed about it, so I kind of backed off. Years later, found out she's married with kids, and I'm like, well, I mean, it's years later, so it kind of makes sense. But you know, I'm proud of you for shooting your shot. I feel like if you're never gonna ask and just have a crush, well, you will never know what you missed out, and you will actually regret. At least you can say, well, I tried. She rejected me, and it sucks, but it's okay. But imagine if you liked her so much, and then you never told her, and you always wondered, like, but maybe she would have gone out with me if I asked. Well, it would hurt a lot more if you didn't, you know? My college friend got with someone he met on a dating app. They lived together for 2 years later and then married in the fourth year. Yeah, I do believe that it works, and I think those stories are amazing. I wish that was my story. I wish I met someone a lot younger, but I'm an old turtle and I kind of managed anyways, but you know. But yeah, I have yet to experience that feeling ever since then. I mean, I don't think it's over. And I think, luckily for guys, you have a lot more time than we do if we want kids. Like, again, if we want kids is the part of it. But like, when I was like 12, I was like, I'm gonna get married at 23. At first it was 21. Then I was like, no, I need to get married at 23. So then I can spend 2 years with my husband for until I'm 25. And then I'll have 4 kids. Yes, back in the day I wanted 4 kids. Now I'm aiming for 2 if I'm lucky. And I'm just like, I want to have 4 kids. I want to do this and that, blah, 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 blah. And I was very much ready, and then nothing happened. Man, I never had that moment. I never had a crush either. I've had crushes and nothing ever happened. I have confessed my feelings, I think, once, and then you didn't say anything, so I just moved on. And then I've had crushes and stuff, but it never evolved into a relationship. Never asked, we'll never know. Exactly, it's the story of my life. Well, you ended up asking me, did you not? It's over. Honestly, I thought I'd be married around age 25 and with kids before 30. See? I feel like we all had that plan of life, and then it all changed. I was talking to my hairdresser about it, and she was like, yeah, me too. I was like, yeah, at 23, I'm definitely married. And then life went on, and we're like, oh, okay, never mind then, I guess. Okay? Here I am at age 36 with nothing but my dog. I mean, it's not nothing. You got a dog that loves you. You take that. And honestly, for a man, 36 is not that old. Like, just listen to the red pill bros. You need to find, you have a lot of choices, okay? I thought I'd be single into my late 30s. Yeah, see, you gave up, and then you also asked, and then look at you now, married. Who would have thought? My mom and dad is stressing because I'm 27 but had no one. They even came out and said, it's okay if you're gay. That's not it. My parents are the problem. I thought hating each other is normal. Yeah, I feel like you need probably to, like, you know, be exposed to healthy relationships. Or, like, even if you need to talk to a friend, to a therapist, or anybody that can help you detangle your view of relationship, because it's been kind of skewed, and then you can properly see them as not toxic, you know, that because it's not supposed to be. Love is supposed to be a beautiful thing, a peaceful thing, a thing that people aspire to have, not something that, like, oh, people hate each other and it's supposed to be funny. You know, all the people that, like, do their wedding vows and stuff, and like, oh my god, I'm stuck for life, and they like pretend they hate their spouse, and I'm just like, but why? We're supposed to celebrate your love on your wedding. Why are we pretending that you guys hate each other or are so sad you're gonna be together for the rest of your lives? I don't understand it personally. Hello, Ramsix, how you doing? How was your weekend? We're in a world of animal. I'm ancient. I'm old man, hence my name. Nah, you're just wise. That's why it's archaic. And these days it's really difficult to find. Oh my gosh, a lurker, how dare you? See, it does not support his wifey. I'm just gonna complain because I can. Let me just fix my chair. There we go. I do not. Wow, you're so rude. You should go to jail. You cannot talk to me that way. I'm gonna call the police and have you arrested for your crimes. But yeah, I feel like I wish my story happened earlier, but I wouldn't change anything. I think as weird as it is, I think like everything in my life has happened for a reason in the order that it has. And every day, whenever something happens, I can always look back and be like, oh, now I see why these things didn't pan out or these things worked out the way they went. The reason why it was that year that I could do my things. It all makes so much sense for me now that I stopped questioning. Oh, like, when I'm sad, when I'm like, oh, I really don't I hate my job and stuff, but I'm like, I am at my job for a reason. I am doing the things I'm doing for a reason, and things will work out. Like, I believe. I'm like, it's gonna be all right. So I guess that's why I'm not too stressed. I am stressed in general just because we gotta pay them bills and it's hard these days. Like we all be struggling, not just me or anything. So it's like, but I know I'm gonna be okay. I know we're gonna be taken care of and life is gonna be alright. So gotta trust a little bit. Even primetime Filipino drama is riddled with toxic relationships. Yeah. Like, I mean, yeah, don't base yourself on TV. TV is weird. TV is all a lie. Couples are always fighting. It's never a you and I against the world. More like we're fighting and the world is uncomfortable. Yeah. I think it's pretty rare to find media that depicts relationships in a positive way these days. They always have to be like, I hate you, but I love you. I can't get enough of you. And honestly, I never found that attractive. I was like, I never want to have to be fighting with my spouse all the time. I don't feel like this is love. I don't want to deal with like jealousy and stuff. Like, oh my god, I read a post on Reddit. It was am I overreacting? Yeah, it's the one where we read together. And it's like, oh yeah, well, you're not jealous for me when I told you I flirted with someone. It's like, why do you want your spouse to be freaking jealous? It's tiring. You're supposed to trust each other. Like, what do you mean? Love is blind? I don't know. You tell me, Lord Theo. What do you think? Do you think it is? Ori Monogatari had a good story. Yes, I love that one. I watched it when it came out. I really enjoyed watching that one. And Insomniacs After School was also a good relationship. I know that Aster started it. I haven't watched that. One of our favorites is definitely Horimiya. Horimiya was really good. I loved the depiction of the love story and how they trusted each other was something very beautiful to watch as well. So there's something very satisfying with like nice story, good romance anime, because there's some sketchy stuff where it's like just the guy pushing himself onto her and she's like, oh my god, the hot man's talking to me, oh wow, I want that, and then it's a bit uncomfortable at the end of the day. Like, that's not realistic. It's a bit weird. I don't know about that, but when there's a really good fleshed out love story, it's just such a treat to watch. Hello Kruka, how you doing? How was your weekend? We're just chilling, yapping, and not making any sense as usual. I'm not in a relationship, never will. Well, I mean, is it something that you don't want for yourself, or did you give up like Blues did? Modern anime are doing this good. They're done with will they, won't they, frustrating plots. Yeah, they now have lovey-dovey unbreakable couples. I love Today Children. I love this one too. I remember I was on a vibe of watching a lot of like romance anime, and I watched a bunch at that point, and it was just so satisfying. I was not even in a relationship really when I watched all these, and I really loved them, all of them. Today Children will speak. Yeah, also don't call me out like that. Me never. What do you mean? I never said anything about you. What? I mean, you heard things. You gotta replay. Like, I never said anything. It was good. I actually made myself a PNG model. Let's go. I've been so tempted to get a PNG model. Like, the PNG, like, that have different, like, they talk and they don't talk and they look very cute and all of that. But I'm like, I don't really have a real use for this because I don't really do collabs. Because I was thinking, oh, it'd be good to put it, like, in my Discord reactive and whatever. But then I was like, but I'm not really on anybody's calls like that, so why would I try and spend on that? I mean, even if I wanted to, I couldn't spend on that, so Can't you just take a screenshot of your model and use that for your PNG? Yeah, I can. But it's always nice, some people have the GIF version, so it kind of moves when you're talking and stuff. No, that's just a luxury. I'm not talking about anything that is an actual need. I have some cute chibi pictures. I have pictures options. There are options, but what about the fancy ones? Oh my god, I don't even know if I want to broach the subject, but like VTuber Twitter was on fire the whole weekend, and it was Very interesting. Very interesting. I was very much involved in the reading of all the posts, all the things. It was a time. Anyways, I think the first romance series I thoroughly enjoyed was My Little Monster. I adore every character there. You see what's interesting? I'm pretty sure, like, I know for a fact that I watched it back in the day. Ask me what the story is, I do not know. I'm just like, I remember thinking the characters looked good. I remember being into it and watching it every week when it was coming out. But honestly, what the story is eludes me. I had no idea. And like that's why I like that I do have an anime list, so I can be like, oh, I don't remember this one. Let me rewatch it. Yesterday we were making a list of anime for my sister to watch because I like to curate what she watches because she's a bit more sensitive than I am. I don't really care. I watch everything. But I think we landed on the best choice for her is probably to watch Vinland because she really loves Attack on Titan. So like, you know, she's seen the violence, she's seen the gore, she can live. And again, I haven't finished Vinland, but I know it's good. Like I'm like a few episodes off the end of season 1, and Aster has been keeping up with it and really likes it. And like, you know, I hope she watches it. If she watches it, I will have no choice. I have to watch it so I can talk about it with her, you know. I don't know what it's about. It's actually a good description of things I like to watch. Most of the time it's just people vibing. Yeah, I mean, I'm a big fan of Nichijou. I don't know if I would consider them just vibing. They're just being crazy and I love it, but you know. Get her to watch Orb, The Movements of Earth. It's like the Philosopher's Vinland Saga. I don't know what does that even mean? What you mean? Let me see. Let me Google it because now I'm curious. Orb, The Movements of the Earth. And it's on Netflix. I have never heard of this. Why does this man kind of look like Eren? Like, what is even? It's 10 out of 10 peak. Anime just finished. Oh, it's new. Okay. Oh. I don't know if I just spoiled myself with something suspicious looking, but at least I know about it. This actually looks interesting. It's weird how it gives me both Attack on Titan and the Vinland vibes just from the pictures I saw. Who knows? Maybe that'll be the one that I actually watch and actually finish because I haven't been finishing much in the past few years. I've been a bit too busy. Too many things to do around the house. Too many things to do. You know, had to get married at some point, so I was too busy. But I really want to get back into watching anime and stuff. It's always a great time. Let me just make sure I didn't miss anything. No, I didn't. Okay, cool. Just making sure. But yeah. Except for that. Oh, good news! They're supposed to start interviewing people for my job on Friday, so I might be free sooner than later because it wasn't looking like very hopeful. I was like, guys, I don't want to be there until the end of April. I'm gonna go before that, so please find someone. They did ask me to help like sift through the resumes and see because they're like, you're the one that does the job. So by looking at their resume, maybe you can tell if someone is fit for the job or not. Because for real, the job description that they be posting out there has nothing to do with what I actually do at work. And I'm just like, you're about to scam someone. That's never a good thing to do. You don't want to be scamming the people, okay? So there was that. Also, I've been very... Lovely Complex is a funny show anime about romance. I absolutely love Lovely Complex. I watched it. I made my sisters watch it. I read the manga. I am obsessed. I love it. It's one of the best things I've ever watched in my life. Hire someone trash. When they hire them and you leave, they will realize the folly of their follies. I mean, I'm deciding to leave, so it's not exactly on them. I would rather they find someone that will stay that is not better than me, because then they'll be like, well, she was trash. I need the person to be just normal, slightly underqualified, even though I'm not gonna like steer in that way. But also, I don't want them to leave and then be calling me like in a month and be like, well, they kind of left. Can you help out? I'm like, I'd rather they just live their life without me. It'd be great, you know? Because I tend to randomly keep really good relationships with my old employers, and they kind of randomly call me for help sometimes. And I'm like, I need monies, but I don't want to work like that. So I'll have to see. Hopefully, they just find someone I also get along with so that I can train them properly and leave and live my life. A classic. Yes, it's a classic, and I absolutely love it. Do they pay you time and a half for that help? I don't. The ones that I did, they paid me a fixed amount for a project. You know, I usually leave my jobs very well. I always try to set them up for success, but sometimes they don't. So when I got hired, okay, long story short, back in a few years ago, I started a job. They really liked me. Then I left to go to Japan. When I came back, my boss texted me and she's like, well, I mean, do you have a job lined up when you come up? Because, you know, we could use you again. And I'm like, all right. So I came back, but they specifically hired me for a big project that they wanted me to take on. It was pretty much like calculating how much fees. I guess I was calculating tariffs on stuff, and we were allowed to get rebates on this. And I needed to like set up a whole project and go back like 7 years back and get and claim that money back to the government for the company. So I did that for a while. And then I left. But when I was leaving, I was like, okay, well, I need someone to take over this project so it can continue. So I made a whole guide. I told them you cannot wait months in between. You need to make sure you keep it up to date because doing it in one go is gonna be too much work for anybody. Blah 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 blah. I put it all together. I trained the people, and I left. And then about a year later, they contacted me and they were like, yeah, we never did it, so can you do it? So we had a little deal going on, so I do the work and then they paid me. And then I didn't really finish it. It was complicated. I was depressed. I was going through a lot. It was in my like second year of VTubing, like it was near my whole crash was when they were expecting me to do this. So it did not exactly pan out. They don't hate me, but I was like, it's too much, and I was emotionally drained at that same time, so I couldn't do it. But I also had another job after I quit that job. I had another job that I quit, and I trained a person. And then while I was at my new job, they called me because the person quit like a week after I left. They were like, okay, bye. And then they were like, okay, so how do we do this? So they called me, and I gave them as much advice as I could to do the job. But yeah, my like that's the one positive things I have is that I always have a good relationship with my bosses when I leave, except that one job I lost. But except for that, they can always talk to me and will always be very cordial. So I always know that I have good references wherever I apply. If they call, they will always get good feedback on me. So that's why I'm always trying to leave well. That's why I hate this job, and if I could, I would just up and leave tomorrow. But I don't want to live a bad I don't want to leave them in a bad situation, and I don't want this to haunt me later, you know. See you, Gotcha. Thank you for hanging out. Also, circling back to Or for a second, I posted about it in the anime recommendation not too long ago. Man, I don't read much posts. I do, but I don't remember everything that I read. I do read through everything, you know. I gotta mod my Discord a little bit so there's nothing too suspicious, you know. But I'm not gonna read and watch every single thing though. Sometimes I'm like, I have the time, so I'll sit down and I'll do it. But the rest of the time, I'm like, you guys have fun and entertain each other in here, like we entertain each other during movie night. It's the same. I'm just not gonna read all of it sometimes. But I do listen to most of the music recommendations because I like finding new music, and that's why like after like because it was Nexi that recommended Snake Eater, and then Fish put it in the Discord, and that's where I listened to it. And I was like, okay, I don't know it, but it might be kind of slightly doable, so I'm gonna try it. So I listened to it for a little bit, and then I decided to record it. Was it Thursday morning, Friday morning, something like that. I'll link the opening in Discord. The song is Peak. Okay, I'll listen to it. Do you know who sings it? I'm curious. I'm like, is it gonna be someone I know? Am I gonna get like super hyped because I'm like, oh, it's a singer I know or a group I know? I wonder. Let me see. You didn't post it, yeah, okay. Actually, I already posted. This song is Saka Nation. Saka Nation. Saka Nation. I don't know when you posted it, so I'm like, I'm scrolling and I don't see it, so I don't know. I'll find it, I guess. Second action. Oh, okay. Well, I mean, can I just search Saka-chan? No. Saka action. No. I'll have to Google it. It's an opening. Oh, okay. I was in music. Let me see. Openings. Ah, there it is. Well, I don't want to start it now and get copyright stuff on my channel. I got a copyright strike on my music channel last week, and I was like scared. I'm like, are they gonna come from my main channel? I don't want it to come from my main channel because I posted the exact same video. It was my Everything Matters cover. I put it on my music channel as well, and then it was stricken. It was taken down from the internet, and they put a copyright strike on my channel. Thankfully, it's not my main channel, but I was like, okay, dang. But like, it's on my other channel exactly in the same format. Are they gonna come for it? I don't know. It's been there for 2 years now. I'm like, so I'm trying to be a bit careful so I don't attract eyes or anything on my channel, even though I know I'm posting covers, but so far it's been fine. Like when I got copyright like blocked, I appealed to Ghibli and they let my cover out. Even though it's always like that. Anytime I do a cover and I appeal the copyright, then they release it, but then my video never does well. I don't know the correlation between these two things, but clearly there's something between these two. But it's fine. I'm just happy I could put it out as it was a request, so it's happy times. But yeah, I don't know. I'm trying to think what are other romance anime that I like. I definitely love Lovely Complex. I have some that I love the K-drama well, just a drama version of them, but not necessarily the anime. Like I love Hanayori Dango. But it's just a stupid story of like, oh my gosh, the girl is poor, but like the richest man in school, boy in school loves her, and he has curly hair, and then the mom doesn't like her, like typical K-drama plot. Like that's pretty much what happens in that one. But I loved it. What else? Oh my god, have any of you actually watched Vampire Knight? Because that's a trip and a half. Like, I don't know. When I was in high school, it seemed to be the hottest thing ever. And then as an adult, you think about it and you're like, this was weird. This was a time to be alive when we thought it was everything and it wasn't, you know? Saw a new romance anime coming out. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna skip it. I mean, why? Does it look bad? Does it look good? Are you just not interested in romance? Like, what's your reasoning behind this? Sounds familiar. I mean, have you ever seen a vampire anime where the second choice the girl chose at the end of the day was a lot better than the main guy, and the main guy turned out to be her brother, and they did end up together? Cause you know, it didn't even seem that weird back in high school, and then as an adult, you listen to the whole story. There's also like the other guy ended up eating his twin, and we're just gonna pretend like that's a very normal occurrence. So there's a one that eats his twin brother. She doesn't choose the right guy, and she chooses to end up with her pure-blooded brother. I remember, like, I was very confused when there was a big reveal that the guy she liked was her brother, and then I guess we all assumed that meant that she was not gonna end up with him, and then she did, and then you were like, okay. I watched a whole video analyzing this whole series, and my god, is it a weird time to be alive when you realize everything that was going on in there. I remember now. Yeah, I also remember some obscure, edgy seinen series with a German title. I mean, I don't know if I know anything. The thing is, I would assume that it's just a made-up word if I'm watching an anime with a weird title, and I'd be like, yeah, that's the Japanese word for X, Y, and Z. I would not look into it, you know? Well, it seems to be about this girl entering high school. The world is full of humans and anthropomorphic animals. She seems to fall in love with tall wolfman guy. You know what? Yeah, kind of lost me already. I don't know about that. Based on the trailer, he seems to have the cool guy personality of a wet blanket type. He caught her when she was falling, and her heart goes doki doki. So yeah, I think I'm gonna skip. You know what? Fair, very fair. I'm probably gonna skip it with you. I'm okay. I don't know. I was never into the anthropomorphic whatever situation going on here. Blast Rater? I don't know. Let me Google that for a second. Maybe I will regret that, but I'll do it anyways. Blast Rater. I don't think I've watched that, but 2008 sounds like a good year for weird stuff. So it was probably weird. I've never heard of that one. I assume Vampire Knight is Weeb's Twilight. Nah, it's way worse. And I'm pretty sure Vampire Knight came out way before Twilight happened. I honestly think the vampire story was a lot better done in Vampire Knight, not gonna lie. The Twilight story was weird. Just the fact that they were out during the day was already a... What do you mean they're out during the day? They're vampires. They can be in the sun. Shoes! Hello, shoes. I must apologize. It was yesterday that I was checking my stuff, and then I realized that Aeon did not subscribe. It was a gift from you, and I want to apologize because I didn't realize. It took me 2 days, and I'm so sorry, and I'm so thankful. Thank you for the gift to sub. I was like, I hope you show up so I can apologize. I was like, no, and you didn't say anything. No. Not like this. But yeah, we're talking about cringe vampires right now. Did you watch Vampire Knight? Because Vampire Knight was a time. But they were hot. Actually, I guess the difference is that the vampires in Vampire Knight were actually good looking. They were hot. I don't know, but the Twilight people were not my vibe, let's just say. They were not doing it for me. So I guess because the Vampire Knight people were so hot, people were able to get past this questionable story, and then as adults we all went back and being like, no. I found the trailer. I'll post it in the Discord. The trailer for what? The Blast Rater thing? Sorry. Oh, does anyone know this Desert Punk? I only remember one episode. It was actually surprising to see a protagonist who isn't attractive. Oh no. Let me look for that. So you never see their face or something? Because I've never seen this, but it looks interesting. I do like when you never really know what the main character looks like, as long as they write them well. So like you stay curious, but you don't know. Nope, I'm not into vampire, werewolves, and witch stuff. You know what? Fair enough. It was me in my young high school days. Vampire Knight was hitting the spot, and then it wasn't. And I would say, honestly, for your own mental health, stay away from Vampire Knight. Like, only watch videos recapping it if you want to know about how... I don't even know how to describe it. How would I even describe Vampire Knight? An acid trip. That's what's up. It's an acid trip, and you're like, why am I doing this to myself as you watch? But the art was fire. The openings were everything. Everybody was vibing, and the OST was also really great. So, you know, it had its good thing going for itself, but also a lot of oh no, incest, cannibalism, you know, it just happened. My favorite piece of vampire media is probably Trinity Blood. Second is probably Irina the Vampire Cosmonaut. I know none of these. We enjoyed watching Interview with a Vampire, so there was that. Does Punk always remove his mac when not in mission? He looks like a comic relief, and he's pretty hateable because he's a pervert and a hassle. Well, that sounds like a good show. The Zipper was amazing. See, great reviews right there. The only time I liked stuff like that was when I watched Supernatural or True Blood TV series. Again, things I haven't watched. My sisters were in the group chat today, super excited because they were like, oh, new season of Black Mirror, let's watch it together. I was like, bro, I've never watched it though. And she's like, I thought thought we all watched it together. I'm like, I don't know who you watched it with, but was it me? You sure we didn't do it at so and so's house? I'm like, I wasn't there. I remember you two talking about it, but I wasn't there, so I don't know. I actually thought that Black Mirror was a lot more recent. I thought it was like closer to like COVID years, but apparently it started like 2008 or something, and I was like, oh, I've never heard of this before. Maybe I'll try and like binge it at some point. I don't know. I've heard good things about it. The only vampire media I'm interested in right now is an upcoming game. Check out the trailer for Blood of the Dawnwalker. My god, I can't read. Dawn of the Blood. No, I can't. Blood of the Dawnwalker. My brain could not. Oh, that looks good. That looks creepy. That looks very creepy. Ew. What kind of game is it? Is it gonna be like Dark Souls? That's basically all I care about. I'm like, oh. Whoever the bald situation is not very inspiring. But I see the same angle as Dark Souls, and I'm like, oh, fighting bosses. I love that, you know? That one looks pretty nice. I thought you were looking, sir. It does look interesting, except for whatever the bald man is not doing it for me, but that's very, very reminiscent of all the things that were not doing it for me in Dark Souls, so you know. Oh, and I forgot, there's also Castlevania games and anime. I've heard only good things about these. I've never played them though. Kind of like Witcher 3, but shorter. I've never played Witcher, whatever the number either. What kind of game is Witcher actually? Like, is it adventure, RPG, or is it Dark Souls? Like what do you do? How do you fight? What do you do? Is it interesting? Is it worth looking into? I'm really yearning for the Dark Souls vibe. So I'm trying to find anything that will be reminding me of this. It's not for you really tragic. Trinity Blood was amazing to me mostly because they had a fascinating type of vampire called a Kresnik, a vampire that feeds on other vampires. Total badass. Cannibalism, that's what we're talking about. Can recommend the Castlevania Netflix series. One character in particular had the character journey right up there with Zuko from Avatar and the Last Airbender. We love a good character arc in this house. Sorry. Witcher is like Skyrim, but with better writing. Well, I haven't played Skyrim either. Think of it this way. I found The Witcher boring, and I'm a much more patient gamer than you are. I have to admit that I may not be the most patient gamer. So if it's gonna be a long time before I get places, I'll be button mashing, and I'll be getting mad real quick. So that might be an accurate depiction of my taste in games. It might be. I'm not saying. I'm just saying. Netflix Witcher is boring. I've only heard bad things about. I don't even know the show. I don't know the franchise. I just know that people that love the Witcher do not like whatever Netflix did with it. Just like they don't like whatever Prime did with the Lord of the Rings show situation. It's like, what are we doing? Why are we changing things? Why? No. I feel like that's all I've heard. Dawnwalker will be more combat oriented, so it's like Dark Souls but with flashy combat animations, so probably more Life of P. I haven't played Life of P, but I've been interested. So if it's more Dark Souls like, maybe I'll be down. When is the game coming out? I enjoyed season 1 Netflix Witcher, otherwise I haven't watched the rest. I am contemplating right now because I think I've heard news of the last season of The Boys. And I hated The Boys last season so much that I'm like, do I want to know how this story ends or not? Like, do I care? And that's what I'm contemplating in my brain at the moment. I'm like, eh. And there's at least a lot of nice announcements for season 2s for anime. So I'm like, maybe I should just go back into my roots and become born again into the weeb that I was always meant to be and just binge anime, you know? Only series I watch at the moment is Invincible. Oh, I heard... Wait, did that not end recently? I feel like I I was on Twitter and I saw an article saying that the last episode was X, Y, and Z. Like, did it end or did it end a season? Yep, season 3 just ended, but it's not over. It was pretty good. That's what I've heard. I mean, I saw an article saying it was trash and people saying that these people don't know how to judge anything. So I'm like, I don't know. I saw a little bit of Invincible and I was not really sold on it. I was like, I don't mind gore, but I don't like unnecessary gore. And then I watched a little bit of the first episode and I was like, not for me. So I decided to move. I know I've heard it has a really good story and everything, but I'm just not... I was not vibing, so I decided not to. It was right after I had just finished, was it Young Justice? Whatever it is, where it's the young heroes and stuff. And I was very much in the vibe of that type of, like, I guess, cartoon. And then I tried that and I was like, not for me. I don't want it. I want nothing to do with it. Even though my brother-in-law is like trying to get me to watch it, I'm like, no, I don't like it. Never trust IGN. I don't trust nobody, especially if I see it on Twitter. I don't really like gore either. I just love their delivery. Voice acting's amazing. I wouldn't know. Like, I'm sure it is. And that's the thing. I do like watching cartoons in English. I don't mind them. I just don't mind watching cartoons / or anime as long as they are in their original language. I feel like when it's a movie, they pay a lot more attention into like what type of voice they're gonna choose. Not always, but they choose a voice that matches an actor, and they usually pair them for the rest of their movie cast and stuff like that. So I feel like the choice is more careful. When it comes to anime, I don't know. I don't feel that. I don't think I've ever watched any clip or video of dubbed version of anime and I thought that the voice fit the character. And I was like, that no, I still don't understand why Armin was sounding like a 40-year-old man. Like Armin is a sweetheart. He doesn't sound like that at all. Why did we go there? I don't Jeffrey Dean Morgan voiced the latest villain and he gave off a really good I can't wait for your downfall kind of villainy. We appreciate that. It's Kohaku. Hello Kohaku, how you doing, beautiful? Well, how is life? How is your knitting going? How was your weekend? My weekend was very busy and very drama filled, but that's what I loved about the dub for Black Lagoon. They had open casting call and was really particular about how the voices were going to sound. Well, you see, and Work wonders, if they always did that, maybe I would be more open to maybe, very rarely, but maybe watching dubs sometimes. But I really don't feel that way. I feel like after trying to see one episode of One Piece in English, disaster, and then random stuff, like I watched people reacting to House Moving Castle the other day. It wasn't absolutely terrible, but I felt like the voice still wasn't fit for the characters sometimes. It's just not exactly right. If it's a young lady, she can't be sounding like she's not young. She cannot sound like a hot, sexy lady when she's a young girl. It just doesn't work. Stop it. All going good. Just been chilling and knitting a caterpillar. That's a choice. That's a choice of stuff to knit. I'm not here to judge, so you know what? I hope it looks like the cutest caterpillar ever. Trust me, I get it. I'm really picky about dubs lately. I mean, I've always been, so I just don't watch. Like, I don't know. There's something I really love about Japanese voice actor work, and to me it does not compare. Like, I feel like sometimes some dubs can be very, very close, but nothing will be the same type of quality in my mind. I'm not gonna trash on people for watching dub, and like some people have reasons like I have dyslexia, I can't read the subs. It's fine. Do your thing. Watch your stuff. I will just not agree that dubs is better than sub. Ever. It's just not better. It might be fine. It might be nice for you. I don't think it's better. That just was up. Dubs, ew. Yeah, no, JK. I just watched Soul Eater in English. Why would you do that, Belle? Why would you do that? No. I'll probably post a clip of the dub of Black Lagoon so you can see an example. Yeah. That's why Spirited Away is my favorite movie made by them. Did they dub it to. I don't think I've watched that dubbed. But I feel with Ghibli, it's hit or miss. I feel like sometimes they have good casting, but it's not always. It wasn't by choice, my friend can't read quick. But it hurts my soul. Soul Eater is so good. I would be so sad if I had to watch it in English. Like, what you mean? Soul Eater English? Oh no, yeah. That's how I feel. As I said, I'm not here to judge people watching their dub. You do you, but like, why? Why you do this to yourself though? Even though, like, I mean, your friend had a valid reason. But you know, practice helps. If it's about the speed of reading, if the more you watch subbed, the more natural it becomes. And you know, it's so funny because quote unquote speak English, but I struggle to watch TV or stuff without subs, even if I hear it. The only thing I don't watch with sub is French stuff. Then I'll have it, then I'll watch it, and I'll be okay. But then, even then, like, if they were on the screen, I would probably end up be reading them as I watch. It's just such a habit that we have developed that there are subs, you gotta read them. Can't help it anymore. So it's interesting. It's a interesting time to be alive, but you know, anime. I'm trying to see. I don't think there's a single one that I would watch in English of all languages. There are some that I grew up watching in French, and even then, I personally feel like French French dubs actually have character, and I can get behind a lot of them. Not in everything. I don't particularly like French dubs of movies specifically, but the French dubs of anime that I watched growing up were actually pretty good in my opinion. So like it depends on what it is, just like the English one depends on what it is. Oh, hello RP, how you doing? How was your weekend? Were you as lazy as I was? I mean, I said I was lazy and then I ended up working the whole weekend painting chairs, but you know, I like to complain anyway, so I'm gonna keep at it, but I drink some water. I ate way too much today. After be doing illegal things, and he made his delicious shepherd's pie today, and then he was like eagerly waiting for me to eat, so I was stressed out, so I put too much food on my plate, but then I ate it all, and now my belly's just like it's firm. It's full. But I'm thirsty, so I need to drink. But there's no space for my water. So what am I supposed to do? I don't know. Blame him. Weekend worked out. I won 2 matches against Poland and the UK, but lost against Canada. Oh, I'm sorry. It's because you started watching my streams. Could not be beaten. I'm sorry. I'll try to root for you again, and maybe it will cancel out or something. But congrats! You won stuff. I never win at anything, so you know I can root for others in my free time where I do nothing. I haven't watched Soul Eater since they fought somebody on the moon. I don't even remember that. I watched Soul Eater. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I did finish the anime, and then I read a little bit of the manga because I wanted to know, and then I dropped. It was just like I was tired of waiting for new chapters, and then I never made it. One thing I would like to rewatch and reread so I can finish the story is probably D Gray Man. I really like D Gray Man, and I remember when I found the anime, I was very much into it. I finished it. I was obsessed. I thought Alan was the cutest man alive. I mean, hot. And then I decided to read the manga, and then 10 years later they came out with season 2, and we're like, oh my god. And then I don't know, I didn't like it. I didn't like the new art version. And then they started at a really random point. If I remember well, when they started back the story 10 years later, it was not exactly a continuation. So it went weird places. And I was like, I don't remember this happening in the book. And then I was like, I'm confused. So I gave up. So I never finished the second season. But I know I was very much into the story. But I think the author was sick. So I couldn't just watch it whenever I wanted. So I just kind of gave up. So that was that. But I'd like to, like, that's one series I would like to finish. Is it over? Let me Google. Is D Gray Man done? The manga is not finished yet, but that was 4 years ago. Is Diggerman manga done? 2 years ago. I can't find recent information that have been collected in the manga's license, but is it over though? It is not over, my god. It started in 2004. Oh, but it started as a light novel? I didn't know that. And there's only 3, so I guess the anime is longer. Oh yeah, sorry, it was not 10 years gap, it was 8 years gap. Season 1 was, well, the first Diggerman was from 2006 to 2008. And then the second season was in 2016, and then it disappeared for the rest of our lives. Oh, hello, Philip! How you doing? How was your weekend? Yeah, I never finished it. Yeah, I'd like to finish it. I didn't follow Soul Eater to the end. I like the vibe and love the design, especially for Blair, Medusa, and Frankenstein. But I don't know. It wasn't something I want to stick to for some reason. Yeah, I think once I started reading it, I was a lot more into it than I was into the show, and I wanted to see it. It was just not finished at that point, so there was nothing for me to wait for. Every time you didn't know how many weeks you had to wait in between, and it was just like, nah, I couldn't. Diggerman, my high school friend, was obsessed with it. Though he kind of got frustrated out and only gets power every coma. I mean, yeah. But I mean, it was not. I feel like there were a few times where he got a power up out of like frustration of the power of friendship or seeing your friends getting murdered in front of your face. Like, that type of thing. It happened. I personally was always, oh, hello, Aeon, how you doing? How was your weekend? I was pretty frustrated more with that trope with Bleach, and that's why I gave up. Like, the last part of the like first version of Bleach, I had to give up because I was like, my man, you did not lose your powers for the 6th time. I'm not about to do this. I'm not about to do this again. I do not care. And since then, I haven't been able to get back into Bleach. I'm just like, I don't know. I don't know what's up with this, and I do not care. I do not want to care about this. Wait, what did I walk into? We're talking about anime right now. It's not that bad. It's not that bad. You just know casual murders and people powering up because trauma. We love that. Yu Yu Hakusho better than Bleach in my opinion. Well, the thing is, I've never watched Yu Yu Hakusho, but I mean, considering it's the same author as Hunter x Hunter, probably. I don't know. I love Hunter x Hunter more than these, so you might be right. Yeah, I just remember Hitman Reborn. Now that's a fun time. Yes, I never finished it, but I was absolutely obsessed. I had the OST on my CD player. I was going to high school with that, feeling myself, and I was like, oh yeah, and I thought he was the hottest man alive as well. It was just great times, Oh, Trauma, the best entertainment. That's what we like. That's what we're anime for, Aeon. Don't you watch it for that? That's the whole appeal. I hated Bleach as soon as they went to Hectomundo or whatever. Yeah, I was not super into it, but I really wanted to finish. But then, I don't know. I got through it, and then he lost his powers again after that, and I was like, okay, I'm over it. I'm very much over it. If you like Hunter x Hunter, you'll like Yu Yu Hakusho. That's what I've heard. But am I tripping, or did I hear they were talking about doing a remake? Because I don't know. Do I want to watch the OG? Do I want to read it, or do I want to just wait for a remake? Oh, hello, Red. How you doing? How was your weekend? Like, yeah. Bleach is actually a lot better if you avoid the filler arcs. Yes. Seriously, who thought making filler arcs was a good idea? They just make Ichigo's struggle redundant. Yep. Absolutely. I know that I watched the freaking whole Bunto arc, and then when I read online that it was just a filler arc, I was very mad that I wasted my time with trash that I never needed to watch. And I've been frustrated with Bleach about it since my young days, When Bleach just became Ichigo and Friends, I stopped watching it. I mean, wasn't it always... I don't know. Grave of the Firefly, Cyberpunk, Edge Runners, and most of the classics. Yeah, all the depressions, all trauma. I mean, I like Grave of the Fireflies is pure depression in a bottle. I haven't watched Cyberpunk. And yeah, the rest of the classic just like to kill people off for no reason. Like nobody asked for a child to lose his dogs in the snow and be depressed when his mentor dies in the snow next to him, protecting him so he doesn't die from frostbite. Nobody said this was for a kid show, but is that what I watched when I was growing up? Yes. And we're still, me and my sisters, all traumatized to this day. And we remember the day his father figure died in the snow protecting him. And when we saw the blood in the snow because the dogs got eaten by the wolves. Who said that was a good idea for a kids show? Okay? Like, I don't know why it was greenlit. All the shows we watched back in the day were just depression, and it was like, okay, maybe that's why we're weird today, you know? I've heard nothing of a remake. Okay, well, I was tripping probably. It's great I could make. It's great. Glad I could make it. Of course, we're yapping about whatever we want. I decided to just put a random question in the title, and then we yapped about it, and now we're just talking about anime because you know we always come back to our roots. Just watch it. It still holds up. Also, it's one of the few dubs that is actually good in my opinion. There's no way I'm watching this in a dub, but you know, I will probably do it. It's fall. Hello, how you doing? How was your weekend? Can't go wrong with subs or dub for it. Yeah, no, I don't think there's any anime that I would choose out of my own volition to watch in dub for no reason. Like, I don't see it. Unless I had a friend like Kohaku that cannot read fast or something. Maybe I make an exception. I would be cringing my whole life, but I would watch it. But if not, if it's for my own, like, satisfaction, I ain't watching a dub, no. We're talking about romance. We're talking about all sorts of things, but there's no limit. It's a yapping time. It's a yappening. We talk. So if you have your own opinion about Is Love is Blind, you feel free to share it about it. Well, we're gonna talk about it, and then we can probably have some tangents because that's all we do in this life. I watched anime to escape the horrors of the real world. I watched an anime that is nothing but the horrors. I don't know why you felt like you needed to call people out like that. Like, I don't know. That was kind of rude if you ask me, you know? A yappening! It is. Hello, Min-Max. How you doing? How was your weekend? What show are we talking about? The one about the dog in the snow, Dog of Flanders? No, I'm talking about... What is it in English? I watched it in French. I grew up on it. It's... Nobody's Boy, Remy, I guess is the title in English. In French, it was... Remy with no family, cause he ain't got family like that, you know? And then people be dying in the snow, so that's what's up. I love tangents raw. Yes, that's what you're here for. The tangents never end. I got opinion on everything's German Grumble. Grohaku old man waddles away. I love the waddling. I saw a video of like penguins waddling away, and I was like, oh my gosh, Aster, look, it's you. Because Aster is like very much waddling on ice when we go outside in the winter. It's amazing. It's adorable. Hi, Mona. It was good. Hope yours was too. It was good. Very busy, but a good weekend overall. It's Big Bird. Hello, Big Bird. How are you? What a cute emote. I love it. How was your weekend? French people might need help. Well, it's a Japanese show. I'm just saying. I watched it growing up thinking it was a French show, but it wasn't, okay? I prefer dub for Hero Aka and Dragon Ball. Ooh. The way they handle Ian for these two are amazing. I personally absolutely hate Deku's voice in English. Like, I cannot. Like, it's a bit like I already don't. I'm not the biggest fan of Deku to begin with. But then the whining in English is just makes it worse. It's like, oh no, not like this. No. So penguins today. I'm doing good. Thanks in you. Happy St. Patrick's Day. Oh yeah, happy St. Patrick's. If there's a thing I never grew up around, it's St. Patrick's. I never know when it is. I kind of feel like it's in March, and that's about it. But happy St. Patrick's, people. I can watch Cowboy Bebop, Full Metal Alchemist, and dub. I love Full Metal Alchemist. I guess I could say that Full Metal Alchemist is passable to me in English. Cowboy Bebop, I'm not sure. I haven't watched enough to know. Yeah, Full Metal is just passable for me. It's not. It's one of the less bad ones. Stop judging me. Me? Judging you? I would never do such a thing. Where'd you get that weird idea, Aster? Like, you're confused, my man. Like, what do you mean? Currently, Viva and Baby Dubs are also peak. I don't know about peak, but they're decent. Also, I can watch Yu-Gi-Oh. I've never watched Yu-Gi-Oh. I just know that people get sent to the Shadow Realm. I don't even know the beat. Like, I think Asher showed me a video to explain it to me, and he just needed to share the knowledge, but I don't really know that much about it. I remember for me, Yu-Gi-Oh is reminiscent of when I was like in middle school, and then we would be like having breakfast before school, eating, and then the TV would be on, and then our parents would be somewhere away, so we would change from the news to like random anime on TV. God, you scared me. No, you showed me. Yes, you showed me. You looked for it forever to find the right version of it. Yeah. But well, yeah, you showed me some Yu-Gi-Oh stuff. Yeah, because it's typical that. Yes, you should be that. Okay. Always gotta come here and try to correct things. Oh my god, he's mansplaining to me. Oh my goodness.
Explaining your stream.
How dare you take over
And yet,
my
it's
stream?
like my grandpa's deck has no pathetic cards, Kaiba. And then it's like, what? Ah! Yeah,
Yes.
that's the best scene in all of Yu-Gi-Oh! And it's the
Yes.
first episode.
Yes, go nerd out. Sorry, let me see how he just a disturbance to my streams all the time. Oh my god. Who is this love person and why don't you buy them glasses? Because they're blind. Glasses ain't gonna help die. So confused. Let me catch up on what I missed. Let's see. Can you do an impression of the English Deku? I probably can't because I've only seen like 3 clips in my life, and I was like, this is too cringe for me. So ask me what he sounds like right now. I don't even know. I just know it's probably forced. Like, oh my god. And he's always crying anyways. I never liked him because I don't mind a crybaby when he cries for good reason. Deku cries too much for me. I'm sorry. I'm not the nicest. I just don't like him like that. The only reason I pay attention to St. Patrick's Day here is because growing up, if you weren't wearing green, the other kids would pinch. They would pinch you? Why? Why is that a thing? Why are you gonna pinch people because they don't know what St. Patrick is? Like, what do you mean? It was never a thing here. We never did anything in school for it. There was never any attraction, really. Deku sounds annoying for both, so it's not a deal breaker for me. However, consider Mina, Shida, and Bakugo EN voices. My 2 favorite. I have never heard them in English, so I don't even know. Like, I've seen so many parodies of people talking about Deku that I just don't know. I don't like Bakugo either because I'm not about a constantly screaming man. I have no tolerance for screaming, and Bakugo does that every day, all day. That man never talking. He's always screeching somewhere. And I'm like, you know what? I can't. In real life, in anime, I just cannot always screaming people. So I just don't touch that. Okay. So always remember the day. Yeah, well, I would too if I was getting attacked, you know? Yu-Gi-Oh seems fun to watch. I don't know. I wonder if I would like Yu-Gi-Oh as an adult. Like, I feel it would have been peak if I watched it as a kid and then remembered it and watched random scenes. I don't know if I would really vibe with it as an adult, and because I think I'd be like, but why the hell are you doing all that? I'll be like, this is so extra, like I can't, you know? Yu-Gi-Oh becomes less fun to watch the more you understand the game. Really? Why? Why would you say that? Like, why do you not want to be able to call the moves and everything or something? I don't know. Jaden Yuki actually has a bad deck and was only lucky elemental ears or so. You know what? I understand nothing you just said, so that's why I cannot Yu-Gi-Oh in my life. What? Yeah, elaborate it, but let people see so I don't have to repeat after you.
Well, to explain to you.
Yes.
Yu-Gi-Oh is a lot less fun to watch when you understand the game. Because for the first 50-ish episodes of it, they just make up the rules as they go.
Yeah.
And it has absolutely nothing to do with how the game is actually.
Well, then just don't worry about the game. Watch the show then.
Yeah, but when you understand the game and you're watching the show and he's supposed to be the king of games
Because
of
he
how
is.
good
You don't
is
question
in
it. You
the
just
game,
accept.
and he plays it poorly. It is really, really depressing.
No. Don't stop judging the people. Just watch it and don't be a nerd about it. You'll endure and you enjoy it. Uh-huh. The ghostly voice is back, yes. I don't know. Yu-Gi-Oh! Is all about Joey Brooklyn accent. It makes it hilarious. I would think it would be funny in English, but I think I've only seen clips in English. I've never seen anything about Yu-Gi-Oh! In Japanese, to be honest. Aster, back to your basement. See, he's just crashing my stream every 2 minutes, you know? I don't know, perhaps get 2 pairs of glasses. I'm not a doctor. Well, clearly you're not a doctor because you would know that contacts would do a better job. You wear contacts and glasses, and then your blindness is cured. That's how it works. Don't try it. If you want to shoo away Yu-Gi-Oh fans, simply show them the rules of the game. Well, that's what I'm saying. Why are you ruining people's fun? Let people enjoy the fun, the game as they make it seem in the game, okay? Now, if you think Deku cries a lot, oh my freaking god, Blues. I hate him with a passion. I hate this show with everything in my being. There's nothing that has made me physically frustrated more than freaking Tokyo Revengers. I hate Takemichi so much. You have no idea. Like, I watched it. Freaking Baji died for nothing. I don't even care about spoilers. I'm not even gonna recommend this show. Opening is fire. Music is great. But don't talk to me about freaking Takemichi. I hate it so much. I hate him. I hate season 2. They spent the whole season in a church having one fight. People get stabbed. They get back up. They get beaten up. They lose consciousness. They get tied up. They're not tied up. This high schooler looks like he's 45. No. Absolutely not. No. I have, like, you know when I was hyperventilating with the frustration I was feeling watching this show? Like, this is not. I need water. Oh my god. Anyways. No. Let me catch up. Oh god. I'm feeling like my heartbeat is going. No. Now I need to know Mana's ideal anime. What do you mean by ideal? I love a lot of anime. I really love, like, my favorite one is Hunter x Hunter, and I think it's a masterpiece. And I do love a lot of them, so I don't know. What do you mean by ideal? I mean, in Yu-Gi-Oh, everyone in the show has terrible strategies, and they're painted as the best in the world. Like, damn, at least Cardfight Vanguard is about a bunch of kids playing with toys. That's exactly what Aster was saying, that people that know the game are like, what are they doing? But that's what I'm saying. See, don't be a nerd about it. Just watch the show, okay? Don't show me back in the basement. She will do whatever she knows is right, okay? You go back to the basement, you person that likes Tokyo Revengers for whatever ungodly reason. I started watching because I thought Takemichi would become a badass with how much he gets his ass kicked, but no. He just cries and things work out. And they barely do. He had one job. He had one job, which was to make sure that this other dude doesn't get stabbed. What happens? He gets stabs. Like, you went back to the past to prevent that event. How did you feel? Explain to me how you feel. And then you're like, okay, it's fine. It's his first time trying to prevent something. For all the time that I watched the show, Takemichi never managed a single task he was given. Like, he just never did. Oh, protect this person. Make sure this doesn't happen. Don't let this person get stabbed. This man never managed. Not a single time. Not a single time with a good job, Takemichi, you did it. No. If he manages, it's after failing and then fixing the issue. He has not managed a single thing. The last episode I saw, he literally just, you realized something was gonna happen, and then you just let it happen. And I was like, my man, what are you doing? And that was the last time I watched it. And we didn't even finish the season. I was watching it with Aster, and I was just like, I couldn't even be sad about the events. And also, I realized my hatred for him when I was watching an episode one day, and I was like, dang, that was a good episode. Like, the story was good. Like, I was into it. And then I realized that because it was the first episode where he wasn't there. He was not involved in any way, shape, or form. And I enjoyed it. And I was like, oh, Oh, well, that says a lot about the main character of this show. I absolutely loathe him. I cannot see him. I cannot hear him. I hate it with all my, with a pure passion. I don't like Deku, but you know, I watched 5 seasons for a reason. I could do it. Tokyo Revengers is just, you know, you feel your muscle contracting, your breath is getting faster and stuff. That's what's up, you know. I did not get the appeal to Tokyo Revengers, to be honest. Yeah, good. Save yourself. Don't do this to yourself. I thought it was good. I think I liked the first maybe 7, 8 episodes. I was like, oh, that's pretty good. And the opening was again fire, so I was vibing. And then it never evolved. It just stayed trash. It was tragic. So I dropped. Couldn't deal with it anymore. Fair. And then I saw, oh my god, I have it somewhere. I saw the tragedy that is the freaking live action. I need to show you that. Cause I was scrolling, I think on Twitter one day or something, and then I saw that they made a live action of it. And it's the most terrible thing you've ever seen in your life. Let me just, Tokyo Revenger live action. Like, my god. You know, blonde works in anime for a reason. And then they give you nothing when you try to watch something. Look at this trash. 1 second. I almost got it. Oh, it's a picture of a dumpster fire. What do you know? It's meant to be there. Wait, where is it? Ah, it's not the right format. Why are you doing all this? Can I even open this? Let me... Downloads. Like, I need you guys to understand what I saw. Like, what is this? Please explain to me what this is. What happened? But at least this man here, Draken, looked kind of hot. But it's still like, what is even going on? But what is this? What is this trash? What are we doing? Leave the live actions alone if this is what you're gonna give us, okay? No? And they're supposed to be like 14? 13 or 14? All of these people are supposed to be 14. But again, Tokyo Revenger, what's the blue hair dude's name? Where is he? It's the big brother that I want. So you thought this didn't look like a teenager? Let me enlighten you. That a teenager to you? That's a teenage man. Is that what we're doing now? That's a teenager that's about the same age as the others? Hello? Hello? And he was big, like big body, big buff and stuff. And I was like, okay, yeah, that's definitely like a 16-year-old. Yeah. Because he probably is. Like, what do you mean? That was like one of the main villains in season 2. And I was like, my man, you're a grown adult. You're just a grown adult. Don't stop telling me this is supposed to be a 17-year-old. I was like, Yo, we're getting real. Gotta go. Bye. Oh, bye, Clarence. I'm sorry. I was emotional out here. I missed that. Hunter x Hunter is one of my favorites. I probably watched it 3 or 4 times. Same. Probably more than that. I watched it, rewatched it, had my sister watch it, had a friend watch it. I read the whole, like, almost the whole manga. Like, when I was reading it, it was coming out. When it was coming, I was reading it when the Kira and arc was not even over. That's when I was reading it back in high school. I was obsessed. I'm still obsessed. I rewatch it here and there. I love it. I love watching people reacting to it as well. Hunter x Hunter's babe. There's another anime where the MC cried literally every episode except one. It was called Letter B. I tried to watch it too. I think I watched half of this. I wanted to watch it because I think one of the voice actors was the same from Lelouch from Code Geass, and that's the reason I watched it. I guess it was not good enough. I never finished. Sucked that the ending for the anime was rushed. I never finished it. I don't know if it was actually as great. He mostly cried because super empathy, so he didn't annoy me like Takamichi did. Yeah, I feel like it all depends on why you're crying. If you're tasked with something and you got a lock-in, you lock in and you do the thing. You can cry after out of relief if you want, but I don't need you crying about like, oh my god, this is so sad. Oh my god, Take Me Cheese is just trash. I can't. Yeah, no. Whatever was going on, whatever they were smoking when they made the live action of Tokyo Revengers is beyond what I would know. I never even heard of Tokyo Revengers. Good. When you think about it, think about this 17-year-old. Just think about it. This is a 17-year-old in the world. And then you can also think about the tragedy that this is. Okay? Like when you think about, oh, maybe I should watch this show and see if it's good. Think about that. Just think about that. And then you can go back and be happy and never think about it. Okay? You don't need to watch, just check out the first opening. It's a good song. Yeah, no, but honestly, the soundtrack was really good for the show mostly. Like, not necessarily the OSTs, but like opening, endings, and stuff were really good. So I would recommend these parts of the show. Wait, what did I miss? What did I scroll? Starting to think live action adaptations is also a tax write-off in Japan. Honestly, it might be. I think there might have been 1 or 2 live action adaptations that I've seen that were like decent, but barely. Like it's just like stop. Nobody asked for these. But like if you watch like Japanese movies, Japanese dramas, you can find really good stuff. It's just when they try to adapt something that is not made to be real people that you're like, my man, put the pen down, put the camera down, stop the casting crew. It's not gonna happen. You would look great next to Jotaro though. Well, I guess. But I guess the concept of teenagers in Japan is just not working. I mean, kids nowadays look close to my age. You know what? Facts. I remember when I was like 17, the 15 and 14-year-olds were kind of scaring me. For some reason, they were all taller than me. And they like to like dress a little bit more scandalous than I did. So they always had their like mini skirts in school and stuff. And they had the makeup. I never wore makeup. I barely did my eyebrows in high school. So it was like, oh dang. Okay. The new generation just be rolling like that. Okay. Hunter x Hunter is so great. I watched the 1999 version multiple times and the 2011 version 3 times so far. I never watched the 1999. I honestly cannot deal with the Hisoka voice. But except for I know it's probably good, but I don't know. I mean, it's a variety of openings from the 1999 version. I think Aster can agree with you. He really likes it. Hunter x Hunter 1999 was my first anime. Yeah, Aster really likes it a lot. I was too young to watch it, but you watched it anyways. Like, you know, I was way too young when I watched Alpha Lead. It was just a thing. Nobody was monitoring us when we were watching anime when we were young. It was like, oh, it's cartoon. My kids can watch that. Yeah. I'm kind of mad some of these teenagers are taller than me. Like, some of them are taller than 6 feet. Yep. But I mean, they fit into the dating game these days. Gotta be 6 feet, and then the girl is gonna be, you're too short. I've seen so many videos of people like, oh, I think you're too short for me. And he's like, I'm 6 feet tall. Like, how tall are you? I'm 5'1". How is this man too short for you, bro? Like, what you mean? It's very mesmerizing to look at, if I'm being honest. All I wanted, I was like, I'm not gonna be too picky, but if he can be slightly taller than me, I'll be happy. I never thought about a number either. I was like, I'm 5'4". I just need you to be 5'5". Okay, it's fine. Like, I mean, not need, but I'd rather you are. Okay. I do love Hunter x Hunter, both 1999 and 2011. I think my Kizodic Family Guard dog looked far more menacing in the 1999 version, though. I agree, and personally, I really liked seeing him in the. Is that Twig being illegal right now? Twig, my beloved. Is that you that I see over there being illegal, probably raiding me like that? How dare you? How dare you? Yeah, Twig, respectfully. I have to accept it because it's respectful, but I don't accept that type of slander and defamation. Hello, Farewell. Hello, Twig, my beloved. Hello, Rosie. Hello, Outrun Rewind. Hello, well, it's Blues. I'll see you. Hello, Raylan. How you doing? Unrespectfully. Twig, that's how you roll with your people. I see. Ooh, is that what you're doing? Are you oohing me? How are you doing? How is your stream? Hello, people. For those that don't know me, even though I feel like I know all of you, I'm Turtle. Yes, I am I'm a sea turtle, and I yap a lot. So today we're yapping, complaining about anime, coming out with dubs, and randomly talking about relationships here and there. How you doing? What did you do? What did you do with the beautiful, wonderful, perfect, beloved Twig? What did you do today? We're just out here yapping for no reason. What I miss? Scandalous. Yes, scandalous. We're talking about how scandalous the girls that were in my high school like were compared to me, because I was a very, very basic looking teenager, and then the 14 years old were like looking a lot older and sexier than I was, and I was like, I mean, what's wrong with me? Like, dang. It's Gummy. Hello, Gummy, beautiful. How you doing? We were making OCs for a game. Ooh. Were you making them like drawing them, or were you doing them like in 3D? Actually, I'm asking like I'm not gonna check your channel after. You know I'm gonna do it. Nice typo, Twig. Twig doesn't typo. It's in your head. You saw wrong, Kyra. Of course you did. Schnoops? Schnops? Snaps? Twogs raid. I guess Nups and Twogs was on purpose. I will spare you, Blues. But how you doing? I'm out here yapping. It's hard to tell me what. I can't speak. I can't. It's hard to tell you guys what I'm yapping about because I'm talking about whatever crosses our minds right now. You're driving, then don't pay attention to the turtle. Just drive, look straight ahead, be safe on the road. The turtle is never that important, you know? Snubs was an accident, Twigs was not. You know what? It kind of balanced itself out, you know? I'm gonna go to bed. It's almost 2 a.m. for me. Have a good yapping session. Thank you, RP. Thank you for stopping by and yapping with us. I hope you enjoyed my hatred for Tokyo Revengers. Also, Raiders, any of you love Tokyo Revengers? I need to know who's my enemy. Like I just, oh, the misery. Everybody wants to be my enemy. Yeah, I don't know. I have problems. I feel that's just not my problem. Not my problem. I don't know, my brain is refusing to focus on this thing at a time. I swear I don't have ADHD, but sometimes my brain is just not having it. It just won't listen to me. I want to talk about stuff and then like sounds come out. Does it ever happen to you? I don't know. It just happens. Time out the jellyfish, or you know, do a turtle thing. If she keeps talking while driving. Yes, I will bonk. I can chat and drive. What do you mean you can chat and drive? That sounds like dangerous activities. Why do I have people while I'm on chat? I will bonk you. I will bonk you really hard on the jelly head if you chat and drive. This is an anti-Tokyo Revengers zone. All fans will be, yeah. I mean, not that violent. We're not that violent, but I will give you the bombastic side eye and judge you really harshly. Because I don't see a valid reason. I know that Aster has tried to defend his point about liking it, and I was like, yeah, but no. I mean, they could be like me and use the voice to text. Maybe. But you gotta focus. Focus on the road. Even though it's the worst. Honestly, it sounds like it would be. I feel like if I tried to speak English to my phone, it would probably never understand what I'm saying anyways. You know, Rossism. But, you know, if I'm driving, I'm chatting, and unless I'm on the phone, I don't mind being on the phone talking to someone, but that's about it. I'm not gonna text to speech or anything. I'm going to stress, and honestly, I live in Montreal. People be crazy on the road. They be doing weird things. They're bad drivers, and we have way too many potholes for me to have any slight distraction. It would be asking for me to lose a tire or something, you know? Even there's focus like a Ford Focus. That's exactly right. We don't do this crack. Wow, this crack. Yeah, we don't do distractions in this house. That's how we stay safe and pretty and soft and plump and happy. That's what we do. But yeah, I have ideas. Wait, sorry. I was about to talk, but then I saw my twin drives a Ford Focus. You have a twin? And you're just gonna drop that in the chat like it's a very, very, like, you know, casual information to drop right there. You're telling me there are 2 blues? You're telling me that right now? So, like, you're making sure? What?
I shared that he has a twin like over a year ago. You're not okay.
No,
If
no.
I knew that he had a twin, there is no way you're not supposed to know.
No, that's slender information. I have really
You're
good
the
memory,
worst.
and I remember all the details. And you're
You're
slandering
the
me.
worst.
No, no, no.
And he's joked about how blue is his twin's favorite color, not his.
No, I don't know what you're talking about. I feel like there's a lot of slender information in this chat, and I will not, I will not take the slender.
You will not
Okay.
take the slender.
Mm, it's slender information. Nobody ever told me that. Ever. I don't know why I should be looking at me like that. I see that you and Esther put a coordinated attack on my character, and I will not stand for it. Yes, and I know we're both pretty, but I'm right. That's the difference, you know? Get her, Esther. What do you mean, get her? What are you cheering on him for, huh? What do you mean? I'm scared to watch Mana while driving because I'd be accidentally laughing myself into a ditch. You know what? It's a very dangerous activity to watch turtles because turtles are very peaceful and very calming. That's what you were supposed to say, Fo. Like, what you mean you'd laugh? There's nothing to laugh about. It's only serious business in this house. Well, just to remind you, I do have a twin, and yes, we are identical. You're not reminding me because this information wasn't shared with me ever. This is the first time I ever hear of it. Okay, like my God, people coordinating attacks to slander my name and slander my memory. Okay. And I'm heartbroken that you don't remember my blood type. Of course I do. You're very O positive because you're a positive person in life. Yes. Everybody in my chat is O positive. I know that. I keep track of everybody's blood type. I'm not obsessed. You are. That's how that works. Like, I know that you guys don't remember anything I say because, you know, nobody actually, like, pays attention to what I say. But, like, I forgive you. Like, I have a big heart, and I'm able to forgive you when you don't listen to me, you know? That made me pull up the Tomodachi VOD. It might take me a while, but I'm positive we talked about it before, and the VOD is there to prove it. Threats will not make me fold, okay? I know what's up. I can see how it is. Whoops! All my Tomodachi VODs were privated? Oh no, what happened there? I don't know. So silly buttons were pressed. Ah, no. Well, I definitely will remember your Tokyo Revengers rant today because it's facts. It's important knowledge that needs to be shared with the world. This show will hurt you mentally and physically. I knew about the tweet, by the way. It was talked in the Discord. Slander and defamation. That's what I'm talking about. Coordinated attack. That's what's up. Love is Blind is amazing. You know, I haven't watched the last season. My sisters told me there was no entertainment value, but I should watch it so we could talk about it. What did you think? Would you say it was entertaining? My sister said she was skipping ahead like half of the show and missed a few points because she could not bear with how bored she was. I've liked it, but I don't know. Bro, I want to watch the last season. Well, that's the thing. I've heard it's terrible. I haven't watched it either. But I've heard it's absolutely terrible and not worth watching. I do remember this stuff. You say just not when you're wrong about stuff. But I'm never wrong, so I guess you should be remembering everything I've said, Shoes. Thank you for confirming that. See, you're a smart individual. You know what's up. But you know, Love is Blind, I've heard was absolutely terrible this season. So I don't know. I want to watch it because my sisters told me to watch it so we can talk about it. But I don't know. Because we were talking. But what do you think, Twig? Do you think that Love is Blind? as they like to say 10,000 times in the show. The word twin showed up 17 times in Discord, and third was from Blues. What do you mean? What do you mean? Why are people trying to slander me today? Like I don't even know why people be doing all that. Go away! Go away! Go away!
I'm gonna ask
Go away! Go away!
I'm gonna ask you a question.
What?
Is either Fish or Kuro in the chat? Fish, if you're here, can you make yourself
Fish is
known?
lurking and it has nothing to do with you. I don't know
Alright.
what you're saying.
Alright, I'm gonna ask you a question and you have to answer.
I can't hear you. The mic is muted.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
So the question is, how many cats does Fish have?
I believe he has two.
You-
Yeah.
You're not so far.
What you mean? What you mean? What you mean? You're such a slanderer, full of defamation in your heart.
Listen, I had to at least check
Check what?
that you're not like so ignorant to the state of your, regular loyal fans.
Wow! Trying to slander me live on stream like that. You should be ashamed of yourself. Go away. Go drink your tea or something. Don't you dare. I gave him a bombastic side eye. He believes all the bombastic side eye. I know the things, okay? I know everything about my chatters, okay? That's why I take note, and I know that there was no mention of a twin, okay? I have great memory. I've never asked anybody to explain what RPG is to me more than once. I just remember everything that is said in my chat, and I never have the same answer like I've never heard something before because I am a professional streamer, okay? He was a Navy corpsman, so he knew about that stuff. Wait, actually, now that I think about it, it was because my twin that I told you about the motion sickness. Well, I don't think it knows how you brought it up. What do you mean? The lie. She lied as easily as she breathed. I don't know what you mean about that. I thought you were lurking, sir. Why are you in my chat? Do I need to ban you, perhaps? Because it seems like you like to lurk my chat and chat my chat when you're supposed to lurk, sir. I don't know. I'm just saying it sounds like someone was supposed to be busy today, but he's not that busy traveling to my office every 2 minutes. Huh? Doing your exercise of the day, perhaps? Guys, you need to understand that the salt water sometimes block her neurons from remembering. Whoa. What do you mean? My neurons are perfectly healthy and unblocked by anything. They're living very, very freely and unburdened, and they're very good and they work very fast, okay? Also, as if you don't like it, I don't know what you're talking about. Wow! Wow! You're so insulting to your one and only wife. You will pay the price, I'm just telling you. I'm just telling you, will pay the price very, very severely, sir, okay? The denial is so strong. I don't deny anything. I confirm reality. Asher is making sure to get his steps in before he gets busy. Yeah, because he's gonna be such a nerd. He's gonna be playing TFT for the rest of his life. From tomorrow onwards, I won't see him anymore. So like, he just needs to bully me, like stack up the bullying, so that I can forget about his existence and not harass him. Actually, that would be the best revenge. Revenge is better served cold. You know when I'll come and annoy you while you're trying to focus on TFT? You can't say anything about it. It's gonna happen. I'll be screeching right behind you. You have collected that reward for yourself. Your own reality. What do you mean? I have the truth. You guys are just confused. Manda, please, I'm trying to build a case for you. Stop. What do you mean? What do you mean? I'm not sabotaging myself, okay? I'm making sure that people understand that I have the truth inside my hands. And I know what is real and what is true and what is good for the universe. Mm-hmm. It's the kid 320 Xenoblade Remaster comes out, so 320 the 20th of March. So I will be ghost for a while too. Wow, abandoning me over a game. I always knew where your true allegiance lied. I knew I couldn't trust anybody but myself. Like, why are you hurting your own standing? Wait, I can't see. You know what? I'm better than you. Cause see, that's Astrid. Remember, Astrid has white hair, but he's lying. It's actually blonde like that. That's what Astrid looks like when he's bullying me in my office. That's why, like, you know, I need to exercise my patience and my love. Cause when a bully is bullying, he has no chill. If you really want to affect Astrid, side I won't do it. Use the evil eye. Me? I don't know what that is. Cause I am a pure-hearted turtle. I don't do evil eye to people. Never would I do such a thing. If I look that young, it'd be This man, I mean, he doesn't look that young. That ain't looking like a 14-year-old. Just saying, he just looked like a man that got lost and ended up in high school. I can smell the hair bleach while he's bullying you up. Yep. At least someone understands that I have a bully in my life, and I'm just trying to live my life in the most peaceful way. And then he will just like cook up some slander and then put it all on me when he's the one creating the problems to begin with. Okay, it's probably because he has inhaled too much bleach. That's why he doesn't like the smell anymore. It's not easy to be me. It's not easy to be me. But like, I get bullied severely by Mr. Astro over there. Terrifying me every day. It's very hard, okay? Mana did nothing wrong yet. Leave Mana alone. I'm waiting for the video with the blanket on your head, Fo. Thank you. See, that's why you're my one and only true supporter out here. The other ones are all fake friends. Just the fake love. Fake love. I don't know why I'm so hyper today. What did I eat? It's weird. There's something up. Maybe there was something in the water. Astro, did you drug me? I don't know. He made the food that I ate for lunch and for supper, so maybe there was something in there. See, I am not safe. You wanted me to be hyper. He put something in my water, I tell you. I feel so excited. I don't know why. Did somebody fill you a plastic bag again? Probably Astro. He always tries to put some plastic straws in the sea and do all the things. That's probably what's up. Your sister ate what you had for lunch yesterday, and I had what you had for dinner today. What do you want from me? A confession of your crimes. A confession. We're going to the police station right now. It's the sugar. Sugar from what? In the potatoes? It was delicious though. I want more, but my belly's full. Didn't Mana hurt you, Astrid? We know she abuses you. It's okay. We're here for you. What do you mean? What do you mean? Kyra? I thought you were a real one. I thought you understood real life. I thought you understood real love. I thought you understood loyalty. I feel betrayed. I feel backstabbed. What do you mean blink blink? Don't you go blink. Go hide in your office. I'll be there and I'll show you the reality of the world. You'll wish you never bullied me, okay? Or maybe the Tokyo Revengers ran got your adrenaline pumping more than usual. You know what? That's actually a very, very logical situation. That might be what's going on. I'm trying to find his secrets to tell them all to you. I got your back, man. I don't know. That was a bit suspicious over there. So I don't know. Like I want to trust you. I want to believe in you. I wanna be able to like depend on you for my emotional turtle feelings. But then I'm like, but I don't know. Sometimes you backstab me. Sometimes I see them clown emotes in there with the love. So I'm like, can I trust the car? I don't know. It's scary out here. Okay, it's not great. Yeah, no. I think the Tokyo Revenger messed me up. Because I've been unable to come back from the high since. See, when I told you that it was the only show that ever like got me physically, no, it's not. It's the second show that got me physically hurt. The first one being The Promised Neverland season 2. I physically felt ill watching it. Like my muscles were contracting. Tokyo Revengers was just the second one of them. But the problem is that it was from the second half of the first season until wherever I dropped in season 2 that it just constantly hurt me. So I probably have some like permanent damage from watching this show, and it's really hard to talk about, you know? I would never backstab you. Your shell is too pretty. Stop it. Thanks, so sweet. You can't say that like that. I was about to watch season 2 of The Promised Neverland. I'm glad. Oh yes, please save yourself. Please do not. Yes, season 2 of The Promised Neverland pissed me off. Yeah. See, we're gonna get our blood boiling once again just thinking about another terrible thing. Heard nothing but bad things about it. It's terrible. It's like a slideshow. Story goes nowhere. Makes no sense. Like season 1 was such a masterpiece. I was so ready for season 2, and then I don't know. Crazy how hard Tokyo Revengers fell off. Yeah, see, I had a whole rant about it earlier. Hello, Nate. How are you? How was your weekend? But it's like it didn't take that long for Tokyo Revengers to fall off. I really enjoyed it. I think maybe the first 7-8 episodes, I was really into it. I enjoyed it. Like I was like, oh yeah, and then it just became trash. And Nate, have you seen this? I love to traumatize people. Have you seen this live action of it? Look at our beautiful beloved Takemichi over there. As I said, Draken could be hot, but what's going on with Takemichi here? I do not know. I do not know. It's a pain. It's trauma, and I love to share it with everybody. Promised Neverland was one of my top favorite animes until season 2. Same. It would have been really, really high in my top had season 2 never happened. Even if it just didn't happen, be like, oh, maybe one day they'll do a season 2 and it'll be great. I would rather that than know that I watched the second season. Like I made my sister watch the first season and she really liked it, and then I was like, do not touch season 2 with a 10-foot pole. Do not do this to yourself. Thank you. More ranting, yes, because we rant about all the things that traumatize us in this life, you know. It's because season 2 spread through the whole season. I mean, it's bad to the rest of the manga, but it's because season 2 spread through the whole season. What do you mean? I don't get what you mean by that. If you mean that it's trash, yes, I agree. It definitely is. It looks pretty good. Doing laundry right now though, and accidentally threw a deep brown sweatshirt into my whites. Oh, currently dealing with the hell that has created. That's sad. For me, it's usually the red. I always forget something red with my white or like really light color stuff, and everything is slightly pink, and I'm like, you know what, I'm not throwing these away. They will live their new life as slightly pink things, and there's nothing I can do about it. It sucks because there was one shirt I really loved with like really nice like flowery patterns and stuff, and then it became a weird splotchy pink, and I was like, but I love it, so I still wear it, and I just hope that nobody notices really. So we missed out on so much on the manga that could have been animated. Yes, I remember, like I think Kohaku read it and said it was good and she was looking forward for something, and then they just skipped the whole arc. I had heard so many people talking about how good the manga was, then it was like, what happened? Why did they rush it? Like, I know they had other projects they wanted to do, but then just wait. We would have waited the years it would have taken for season 2 to come out. Season 1 was so well done. Why? Soundtrack, animation, story. It was so well done. The stress that you had watching it was just so perfect, and then destroyed it. Those live action adaptations are sure something. Something is the word. That's a very nice word to choose for what they are, because it's like, what are we doing? What is this? I remember randomly scrolling and seeing the screenshots of the live action, and I was like, but why would you create this atrocity? Like nobody asked for this. Like why did you go out of your way to make this is beyond my understanding. Like what do you mean? I don't watch much anime, but I think Tokyo Ghoul hurt me the most. Everything past season one is so meh. Yeah, it's like, controversial, but I did like the first half of the first season of SAO. I was very much vibing. The story was cool. It was something we hadn't seen and everything. And then all of a sudden it went into weird territories and just got worse. And it was like, but what happened? You feel so betrayed when a show does that. I really like Tokyo Ghoul season 1 too. And then I barely remember the rest because I was like, when you're diagonally reading, that's how I was watching that show because I was like, I don't know what's going on and I don't really care. And like, I'm like, what is, why? And then I finished and asked me what happened. I do not know what happened by the end of the rest of Tokyo Ghoul. I don't know. It started off great and then, yeah. I don't know what. Maybe all things with Tokyo and its name is fated to be cursed. Right now. I was about to agree, but then I remember the beautiful thing that Tokyo Godfathers is. So it has some things trying to balance it. We need to have two good Tokyo shows to balance out Tokyo Ghoul and Tokyo Revengers, and then all peace will come back to the world. I wish I had the resolve to just keep wearing the shirt I ruined. It low-key makes me want to throw them away and cry. I'm sending you some virtual huggies because I can't feel that. I'm just like, yeah. Like, I refuse. There's some shirts I just refuse to throw away, but I know that I should because I literally ruined them. But I'm like, I can't. I'm not rich like that. I don't like buying clothes, so I don't have that many clothes that I like. If I like them, I will be wearing them for the next 10 years. I'm really not a shopping girly. Like, I hate it. I just wear the same t-shirts every day. So I'm sorry, yes, I'm not the sexy wife, but like, it's just not what it is. I'm very basic. So it's like, I gotta appeal to that large audience. Yeah, but what about no? What if we did it? What if we just had great stories from beginning to the end? Just a thought. It'd be nice if they would listen to us when we say that. Alfred was so bland. I enjoyed Mother's Rosario arc. I did not read Promised Neverland, so I wouldn't really know what these mean. I have no idea. Like, I remember seeing like screenshots, but I wanted to read it when I finished season 1, but I just never got to it. Then season 2 came out, so I was like, oh, I'm just watch that, and then the trauma happened, And I enjoyed the Underworld War arc because no Kirito. Oh wait, you're talking about SAO. Thought you talking about the Promised Neverland. Yeah, I don't think I knew much. I like the first time I watched it. I like the cringe. I'm stronger than you think, and you can't hurt me. I was all about it, but then it devolved into things. I'm officially starting a Kickstarter for my show Tokyo Turtle. Please give me money. I guess I need to continue working. I need to be able to help you fund this situation. I feel like that's a project that has merit, and I need to fund it. I will be there right behind. Like, don't look back, but I'm right behind you. Okay? I get that. Splurged on some nice anime adjacent teas from a cool retailer, and they somehow got bleached by my detergent a while ago. Can't bring myself to get rid of them. So much money. I know. I think one thing that just like depressed me the most back in the day when I was in Japan, my sister came to see me and we went to Korea, and in Korea I really loved the fashion and everything, and I found the cutest dress ever. It was like kind of a jean fabric, and then you just put it on a t-shirt. And then I went back home in Japan, and then I was cleaning out my closet, and then after that I was using some cleaner. I didn't really know what was in it, but apparently there was some bleach in that cleaner, and there's one drop that fell on the dress. I'm like, I just bought this dress, I have not even worn it, and there's like one splotch like of white on it, and I don't care. I just use a Sharpie. I don't care. I use a dark blue Sharpie, and I just color it, and I'm like, I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. Yes, that's what I do. That's how I live. I do not care. I still have the dress. It's been like almost 8 years. Oh my gosh, it's been 8 years. Ew, no. I was calculating. I'm like, wait, 17 plus 7 should be 24, I think. So it's been that. I've been back for that long. That's weird. No. I was talking about SEO. Yeah, I realized after when you talked about Kirito. SEO Bridge is just my own headcanon version of the series. I stopped. I think I watched Gun Gale, if that's the name, and then after that, that was it for me and my SEO days, and I do not care to watch any more than that. I know people are like, "Oh yeah, but it's different." No, I've been burned before. I've played these games before. I'm not doing this to myself, you know. Hi Gohan, how you doing? My day was good. How are you? How was your weekend? Could you still turn a blind eye to a giant hole in your clothes? It depends. Sometimes you can make it look slightly fashionable, so you can live. But I'm sure I have worn some clothes with holes in it and just hope for the best and hope that nobody notices, you know. At least the coloring worked out good. I mean, every time I wash it, I need to color it again, but that's a soul crushing experience. Yeah, I don't even care. And sometimes I don't remember to clean to recolor the random spot. I just don't care anymore. I love the dress. I look cute in it. I bought it in Korea, so it's not like I can just buy it again. I bought it in a random shop. I can't buy it again. So I'm like, nope. I'm gonna wear that dress. And then one day when I was out, actually one of the straps kind of broke. I still have to sew that back in. So like, you know, I got that going for me. That's how much I love that dress. It has a random white spot on the jean texture, and then one of the straps broke. I don't care. I will not throw away this dress. I will patch it back up. It shall stay with me forever, okay? Do you miss visiting Japan? Since it sounds like it's been a long while. I mean, it's because I was there for a year. So like, you know, it was my life for a while, and it feels weird to know that I was gone for a year, came back, and now it's been 8 years. And it's like, oh God, I haven't been in forever, because I haven't been back since I came back to Canada. So I'm like, ooh. I don't think I know what dress. You know exactly what dress. I'll tell you after stream. Let's see. But yeah, I would like to visit again. It just has not been realistic for me, like for many reasons, whether it's because my jobs, I didn't have vacation, or also the big old fact that I don't got money. So I want to go to Japan, but I can't afford it right now. So like maybe in the next few years I can manage to save up and we can go. Aster hasn't been yet, so it'd be a fun trip to take him to the places I know, take him to see the people I know over there and stuff like that. Let me catch up. Alicization is pretty good, but it's still SEO. See, that's how I feel. I just don't care to watch anything SEO related. I'm just over it, you know. Not much chilling, playing San Andreas. I don't know what that is, but as long as it's fun though. Well, the dress is falling apart, yes, but I don't care. I will keep it for the rest of my life. I can't get another one of it. I kept the clothes I ordered once, and they turned out to be those fake Chinese knockoffs with the horrible fabric. It's a reminder every time I see them, don't get scammed again. Yeah, you know, I saw a TikTok of a lady that ordered some blinds on Temu, because I don't know why you would do that. And then it's basically, the blinds are a picture of a window with blinds. So it's just the whole detail she thought she was gonna get with the little like fabric and stuff is just a picture printed on a random white blind. And I was like, you know, there are probably some things you can try to get on Temu, but I don't think fancy fabric is the place it's gonna be at, you know. Random color spots are totally stylistic and 100% created on purpose. That's right. That's about right. I think I would just need to like take the time and actually buy like clothing dye and dye my my dress navy blue, and it would probably be fine. But it's been 8 years and I still haven't done it. So you know, it tells you something about procrastination. It can be a difficult time in your life when you deal with such a condition that is procrastination, and you struggle to do things, you know. You get what you pay for. Yeah, you know, I will never be mad at like if I buy something on Temu or Shein, which I don't really do. I don't shop, as I said, so you know I see people do it, but I wouldn't be mad if I got trash because I'd be like, well, that's what I paid for. So if I get a dress on Shein and it only lasts the one night that I go out, well, I paid $20 for it. Makes sense. Are you waiting for GTA 6? Absolutely not. I've never been a GTA person. I watched people play it back in the day, but it never appealed to me. I don't know. I think it's the trauma of the one time that someone tried to show me GTA. He was just driving a car in the streets and rolling over grandmas. And I was like, I don't think that's for me, and I have never looked back. I don't know. I'm not sure I see the appeal personally. It's just not my type of game. I feel like I don't know much about it, but it kind of feels like it would be slightly too open for me. Like you just go on random missions, you drive around, and you get chased by the police. I don't even know. I have no idea. I don't know what it's about. You know? Yeah, that's my impression of it. If you have the power to stop time completely with no drawbacks at any time that you want to do it, what would you do? But how do I perceive the time? If I stop the time, is time stopped for me too, or just for the rest of the world? Is what I wonder. Because if it stopped for me too, it doesn't really do much for me. But if it's gonna be, or is it gonna be stopped for me, stopped for everybody else, but I gain an hour? And then it goes back into stuff? I guess I need details, but like if let's say like when I stop time, I have an hour to do other things and then it goes back into the real time, I would use that to snooze my alarm in the morning. I need my sleep. I was so tired this morning. I was so disappointed when my alarm did not ring, but I randomly woke up at 7 and I was like, oh, I'm gonna be late. Oh no. That's how I felt this morning. So yeah, that's my first thought. What would you do, Shoes? I'm so excited I'm going to buy it. Did they actually come out with the price? I know it was a big old debate that is like, oh, what to say? Like, oh, is it gonna be $100 and stuff like that? I don't know. Like, is there an actual date, or is it always like, oh, we got X, Y, and Z before GTA 6? I feel like that's the whole meme, and I find it funny, but I still don't know when the game is coming out. The Game of the Year contest between Wilds and GTA 6 is gonna be crazy. Sorry, Roman numbers are difficult, okay? I don't know what Wilds is. Is it the same type of game or completely different? Personally, I think GTA 6 will be trash. Also, it's basically just GTA Miami Edition. I don't know anything, so no version, I don't know what they mean. Is that because you're from Florida, Blues? Racism. I have other reasons on why I think it will be trash. My living in Florida is just a small part of it. Maybe you will recognize the streets and stuff. People will probably pay any price for GTA. Agreed. Monster Hunter Wild. I see. Yeah, as far as I know, people really like it. I'm not sure it's my type of game, as I've said. See, I repeat myself, but it's not because I forget anything. As we have established before, I have amazing memory, so I don't forget stuff. But yeah, I don't know. I'm still thinking about trying it, but I don't know. I'm not gonna invest in the game that I don't know I like, so I will try to play the other Monster Hunter I have on my stream deck and see how I feel about it, you know. Image is such a goated series. That's what I hear and that's what I see. I just don't know if my brain is made for this game. I just see stuff and then you gotta plop. Like, I feel like it depends on the fighting controls, I guess. I would be vibing, let's say, if it was the same feel fighting these than it is to fight Dark Soul bosses. Which I don't know if it is, but if it was, I think I might actually enjoy. But I don't want to have to, like, be farming for anything. I had my farming days where I was very much obsessed, and I had, like, we had macros in our emulators, and then people get banned over the macros, but to have, like, the most efficient farming ever in the map and blah, blah, blah. We had all that going on in ROM, and I don't want to do that again. Like, I'm over it, so, you know. You can use it for however long you need it for yourself, and if you want to pause or unfreeze somebody, you can do that too. then I would definitely do it to use it to like if I'm late to like the airport for a flight, well, let's just, you know, do that. Get through traffic, like, you know, stop it, or like make us do a surprise. Let's say it was like Aster's birthday. I would make sure to like stop time and then go downstairs and decorate the house and make a whole trail so that like at the moment he wakes up, so that I guess that way it makes sure that I don't wake him up and that he doesn't suspect anything. And then after that, I can be like, open your eyes, and he's like, oh my god, were you waking me up? And then he'll be like, wow, it's my birthday party, yay! See, it would be a nice time. But yeah, but other than that, I would use it to sleep more because I'm a tired turtle over there. Every monster is a Dark Souls boss with no HP bar. That's depressing. Image is 70% farming. See, that's why there's different points to think about. I love fighting the boss. I don't want to be farming and like having to make stuff, make my own food. I want to get my little flask refilled when I sit at a fire. I don't want to be cooking for them. I don't want to be looking for ingredients for them. No, I ain't farming like that. Farming and take endless naps, that's the way to live your life. Farming in Wilds got the craziest quality of life improvements, where you can specifically target certain monster parts, basically from hunts. It reminds me of something that they did when I played ROM, where it was like, okay, I want to farm this monster, even like because we could farm offline at some point. I want to farm this monster and I want to only collect this type of item for them. So that was a great improvement when you were farming for a specific equipment. I heard the new image game isn't as farmy as the other entries. You tell me, I don't know. Well, what you kinda don't get, Mana, is that farming is just killing monsters. Yeah, but is it fun if it's just farming the random monsters in the wild, or is it always gonna be like an actual like battle and that you have fun in the fight, or are you just endlessly killing the little like wolves in the woods? Like that's what I wonder. Old MH makes you sell your firstborn son and left kidney for a not rare item with a 30% drop rate. Sounds like a great time. Sounds like Mana would love an Autobotton for real life. Me? I don't know what you mean. I'm such a career woman, and I love to work so hard and like make all the little steps and make sure that I get all my energy into everything that I produce. I would never want to have a button that makes it easier for me. Like, why would I do that to myself? I need to gain the experience, you know? So farming is repeatedly killing the same boss over and over again. I guess I should just try the one we have like this. Which one is it? Monster. I have Monster Hunter Rise. I guess I could try and play it and see if I like it, and if I really like it, maybe I get to the wilds. Actually, what's the difference? Is it like an upgrade? Is it a new season in the game? I don't understand the different names at the end. I don't know what they mean, you know? It's not random monsters in the wild. Every monster is a Dark Souls boss. Okay, that sounds fun. The fights are so fun. It does sound fun. It's an actual battle and it's fun. Okay, you guys are kind of convincing me, but I'm scared of disappointing when I try it and I'm like, nah, never mind. Newest game has some of the best fights in the series, in my opinion. Really? We own Rise. It's a different game. Is it completely different? They usually look and feel different. Then how do you know if you like this? If you don't know until you try it. Rise is a really fun game, but is it reminiscent of Wilds a little bit? Because I'm trying to not spend on a game for no reason that I may not like, especially if it's a big, heavy game. I don't want to download it and then just be like, oh yeah, I don't like it. Like, I'd like to play another version and be like, okay, I like this type of game, so I would probably like the next one type of thing. You can also play with Doggo and Rise. Yeah, I remember I had a pet. Like, we played literally once and then I never went back. I think my issue with Image is just how long the tutorials are. Well, I mean, that's, you know, you gotta get through, and after that, if you're free to do whatever you want, it's nice. Everybody I asked and everybody I know in person came up with the same answer, including me. Like the time thingy? Like, what was your answer? And the story looks so boring. I don't know. I'm not into the story. I want to fight stuff. I don't like stories like that. Rise feels different. I've tried World and Rise, but I prefer World. I hear Wilds is best of both. Okay. Well, we all said we would rob a bank. You know? Fair. Fair. I can see a point. I guess I did not think about evil acts first. I was thinking about a birthday surprise. So I guess I am a different breed of individual, but it's okay. Turtles are not made the same. I'm not here to judge your shoes. Basically, Image is split between two dev teams, main team and Portable's team, and both have a somewhat different feel with a similar skeleton. Each game builds off the last, and both teams take ideas from each other. So they're not exactly they're never really gonna be exactly the same. It's gonna be like just bits and pieces from each other when they like something from the other side, I guess. Kind of funny that the first Image barely has any tutorial. Well, I don't know. I remember, I think we were still doing the tutorial the one time we played Rise, and then we closed it, and that was it. And the one thing I've seen about Wilds that look cool is the character design. I see that a lot of people really like it and stuff, so it's pretty nice. I've got over 200 hours on Rise across Switch and PC. Goated game. It's easily my second favorite entry. I remember when it came out, it was all the craze, just like Wilds is, and like people really loved it. But I didn't want to try and stream it because I didn't know anything about it, so we played it offline anyways. But I don't know. Maybe I should give it another chance. You're the first person that came up with a different answer. See, turtles are made different. We hit different because turtles be thinking about birthdays. It's my birthday month. You know birthday cake. So I'm excited about birthdays. I remember you, Monai. How are you? I'm pretty good. How are you, Dream? Dream Hollow. I don't know. Did you always have the same profile picture? It feels familiar to me. How was your weekend? Yeah, it's also why every other game looks a bit closer to each other, so Worlds look closer to Wilds than Rise. Each game has a certain gimmick that they stick with, but with the quality of life from the last, and it's been building that way for the last 20 years of the series. Jeez, it's lasting long. It's good. Yeah, I've had it for ages. Okay, well, I don't particularly remember when I've talked to you. I'm sorry, but I remember your profile picture, though. Mana, what kind of weapon would you use if you played Wilds, by the way? What are the choices? I don't even know. Alright, that's it for me. It's fun to see Heated Turtle today. I don't know, I'm very poised and stoic, Giga Chad. But thank you for hanging out, folks. See you around. Have a good night. Bye-bye. I usually depends on what game I'm playing, but I like to be an archer because I like the distance between me and the danger. But I like to have a medium sword because I can swing it fast and not be too close. But I don't know what the options are, so I don't know. If I had a sight, I would probably like it because I think they're very cool looking, so we love that. What else? I don't like the big long swords. They're annoying, they're slow. I'm not living, you know? Wilds and Rise have the same weapon options. I have played Rise a grand total of, let me see actually, so that you guys can understand exactly how much history I have with this. Monster. I have played this game a grand total of 108 minutes. That's it. I don't know. I don't know. More than that. That's my whole exposure to the game, you know? Twin daggers, longsword, greatsword, hammer, sword, shield, insect glaive, charge blade, switch axe, light bow gun, heavy bow gun, and regular bow. I think... No, what is a light bow gun? What does that mean? Is that like you put arrows in it? That sounds fun. But what's the difference between the light and the heavy one? I don't know. Hammer can be fun depending on what character you have. And what you can have two weapons. I mean, there's so many questions, bro. I don't know. Fair enough. Yeah, I need to up the numbers on that. I need to finish a tutorial. I need to kill something. I remember I was just getting lost in the woods. I was very confused. Hammers are big and slow. I know. I think it depends on the character. Depending on the game, hammers can be fun, but that's usually not my weapon of choice. Oh, and lance shield and gun lance. Why are they all merged with gun? Like, what are these? I think it was all of them. I don't know. I don't know. I guess. I don't know. What's the difference between a long sword and a great sword? I don't know. People love great swords. I think that's the one name that I was like hovering towards because it sounds like it would be the right size in my brain for a sword. But I don't know. I don't know weapons like that. I liked all my weapons in Dark Souls, and that's all that mattered to me. It was like not too thick, not too long, very fast swords. Happy times. Long swords equals weave katana. I don't less necessarily like them because I feel like they're hard to use. It's easier to get the difference by seeing a chart of the weapon icons. You know what? That's actually very smart. Why do I not have great ideas like that? They're usually the best weapon class in 90% of games. What is it? They cry on Twitter. Great sword is big sword like guts from Berserk. Yeah, no. Well, that's me. I don't like that. I don't like them. I don't know. Hunter. Wait, Munster. Hunter Wilds. Weapons. Longsword is goated. I love being hated. Yeah. Okay, so I have a little chart. They have no name, but they have shapes. So I will probably not manage to name them. Never mind. Let's go back here. Wait, why can I not? Why can I not? What happened to my tab? Hello? Ellis, Nerf and Sunbreak was deserved. Longsword, Nerf and Sunbreak was deserved, but not fun. Oh, I'm an insect glaive. I'm learning so much today. Greatsword is my favorite type of weapon in Souls, but it's a bit hard in MH. Well, from my 2 hours of playing, yeah, we are not exactly the best people to have thoughts. Okay, so insect glaive. What does it look like? I struggle to understand. What the hell is that? I do not understand what I'm looking at. I'm so confused. All the weapons look very weird when they're in people's hands. They're really not what I thought they were gonna be. Where is the glaive sword in the glaive sword's picture? The gun lance looks like it would be an actual axe. I am very confused. I hate how much my other Illus users cry on Twitter, man. You know, it's okay. It's okay. We all have people that make us feel kind of ashamed in our communities. It's okay. You pray for their souls. They're gonna be okay. And I put the glaive video in gaming on Twitter. On Discord. I was like, why would you post on Twitter? General gaming. Oh, that looks pretty cool. The longsword looks beautiful, and the insect glaive. But I don't understand how this is a glaive. I don't understand the English in this situation, but it looks cool. The pictures I found were more confusing than anything else, so that's that, you know. Let me see what I missed. Longsword mentioned, yeah. I mean, the picture I just saw on Twitter was pretty cute. On Discord, it was pretty cute. That is a sick-looking weapon. Yeah, also put that longsword video. Yeah, they both look very good. So interesting. Hi, it's Kyra. Hello, Kyra. Why is Kyra hey? It's suspicious. It's suspicious. Is she gonna send a little clown emoji maybe? One more emoji. on Twitter. On Twitter, my God, see what you did to me, Blues. But everything you've posted on Discord, and I'm super excited. There are different looks for the weapons depending on the monster you build them from. You build them from stuff. Some look ugly, some look cool. That's interesting. I think when I played Rise, I played Switch Axe. I don't remember. So I can't help you remember, and I have no idea what I played either. I'll post Switch Axe video for you, Ashley. Tiki tiki. See, we can all nerd out, and maybe I'll actually get into Monster Hunter. Monster? Yeah, it's Monster Hunter. That's the name, right? We should. Let me see if there's a. How is that an axe? That doesn't look like an axe. Like, what do you mean? See, the only one that looks like its name is actually the long sword. It's a long sword. It's fine. The glaive situation, I don't get it. It's cool. Don't get it. This ain't looking like an axe. What do you mean? It's a sword axe combo, but like, bro, it's switched from fast sword to slow axe. I can't open it because I don't want to play, but like, it transforms into an axe. I have questions, but I have to admit that it looks kind of cute. I just wonder, is Monster Hunter the type of game that you have to like actually have brains for? Like, do you have to like, oh, I need to maximize my weapon and make it cool and stuff for it to be able to kill the monsters? Or can you YOLO and just pop, 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 pop? But okay, but do you? Yeah, but my question is like, do you need to be big brain, or can you just like? But you farm by fighting monsters that are a little bit of a challenge, anyways, right? Okay. That's cool, that's cool. You might be convincing me slightly of doing stuff sometimes. You can YOLO, but just gotta make sure to upgrade weapons armor. I played my first game when I was young, fumbled my way through the game, still had a blast. See, that's what I like. I don't like to have to use too much brain in a game. I like to go in and pop, 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 pop. Yes.
I like that.
Uh-huh. Nobody can hear you in that. It is like how you call it, flexing on me, showing me how cool it is, and he likes strategy and big brains. Hello Cope, how you doing? How was your weekend? We're talking about games and big brains, as you do. Newer games make it easier to maximize stats and skills, and I would think if you've been playing for a few years, you probably understand the game good enough that you're able to be like, oh yeah, that's how I'm gonna do. So I guess that's why when the game came out a few weeks ago, people were just spending hours on it. I doubt that most of them were first-time players. They were probably, oh, I was waiting for this, I'm ready to go, and having a great time. So yeah, I guess that's what's fun with like series that have been going on for a while. It's just a fun time, you know? Let's see. But yeah. Except for that, yeah. I've been slouching clearly. But yeah, maybe I'll try it and see how I feel, and if I really enjoy Rise, maybe I'll move into Wilds eventually, you know. Also, fashion and game is wonderful. I've been seeing people's hunters looking very cute, and I was like, oh, I'm tempted, but I don't want to start. Like, I started playing Ark because the character design was so cool. I didn't understand anything. We played a little bit, and then it disappeared from my life. So you know. So far, the only complaint I've heard from Monster Hunter vets is that the game is a bit too hand-holdy in the beginning. Yeah, well, I mean, that's pretty much what Aster was saying with how he didn't like how long the tutorial was. Maybe that's something similar that people feel. Otherwise, I see the vets like it too. Yeah, I guess since the game is not following everything, you kind of want to be able to to have new player play it and have fun, because you don't want to be thrown into a game and you're confused and then you don't have fun. Hello Mike, how you doing? It's been a long time. How have you been? How are you doing? Need to play Ark with viewers. Well, that's what we did. I played online. I was streaming it when it came out, and we were playing, me, Aster, Kieran, a bunch of people. We were playing together, and there's actually an Ark section on the Discord, but it didn't last long. We both didn't. We all didn't last playing this game, so you know it was it. Very, very long time indeed. Good, and you? I'm pretty good. We're yapping away today. How have you been? Good before my time. Oh yeah, no, it was a long time ago. That was probably like 3 years ago. Like when did Ark come out? Let me see. When did Ark? Because it was when it did. Survive. Not this one. It was. When did the last? Wait, it was not just. It's not Ark Evolved. Lost Ark? Was it Lost Ark? I think it was Lost Ark. That was 2022, so probably this one. Lost Ark. It was not Ark. It was Lost Ark. Yeah, that's the one I'm talking about. I knew it had Ark in the title. Next I'm doing homework. Haha, yeah, work, tragedy. But I've watched you on streams. So I'm here. I'm happy to have you here. But I hope your homework doesn't trouble you too much. Oh, Lost Ark, never mind. Sorry, I don't remember titles like that. I liked a lot of the more rigid aspect of the older games, or maybe it's just rose-tinted glasses. I know that Kohako is a hardcore player of Ark. She really likes it. Her and Kieran have been playing it. I don't know, they have phases where they play it more than others, but yeah. And yes, it was Lost Ark. Never played Lost Ark. It was too pay to win for my liking, though you could get away with not cashing, but I wasn't a fan of that. I was too confused. I think if I continued to play that game, I probably would have had to have someone hold my hand through it. Just like I really enjoy playing Minecraft, but I don't have the brain to know how to craft all the things and what to do. So I enjoyed playing Minecraft when people were holding my hand and guiding me and helping me and building stuff for me and giving me tools. And I'm like, oh right, a cool sword, a cool armor. I will just put them on and go. But I was never interested in the whole figuring out how to do things. I just want to go explore an island on a boat and fight the zombies sometimes. That was it. Sorry if my English is bad. I'm trying to talk it more. It's fine. Don't worry about it. Ain't nobody judging English. Not in this chat. I have way too many problems. Thought about playing Lost Ark, but was turned away by the pay-to-win discussion. Honestly, I didn't even know. I played it. Let's see. Time to judge how much I played that one as well. Lost Ark. I like that it was free. I actually played that 10 hours. I don't remember these 10 hours of my life, if I'm being very honest. It's a big blur, and I have no idea. I have no idea, but I think I enjoyed how pretty it was. But that was about it. I never spent a cent on it, and I was having a grand old time playing. But I don't know any much. I have 6 achievements out of 156. I think that's pretty cool. Wait. It came out on February 11, 2022. And the last time I played it was February 22nd, 2022. Oh yeah. I played it for about 11 days. Probably less than that. But I don't know, it just did not stick with me. It was too complicated. It was like, oh yeah, you need to travel this and travel that and go here and go there. And I could not do all that. My brain was not about it. Oh, wait, the ball toggle didn't work. Why did it not? Oh, sorry, I forgot to open my other one. Sorry, let me do that. I'm gonna refund you and you can do it if you want. But just give me 1 second. Aster showed me how to do this the other day. Manage request, yes. Now reject so you can get your money back. Yeah. So now if you want to use what do you call it? Twitch redeems, they should be working. Let me see. Let me see something real quick. What was I saying? Yeah, I'm not really the biggest fan of games where you need to commit times and grind a lot and do that. So that's probably why it is stuck with me. But I guess I just need to get it going, and then I will keep up with it. But if not, I'm not really good at these. Gonna proof and play more. Proof and play more Atelier Yumiya demo since my Switch controller is charged. Later, everyone. Later, Blues. I appreciate you. It was fun having you around. I was actually just checking Twitch to see if there was anybody I could actually raid today. I struggled to find someone I know streaming, so let's see. Ba, 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 ba. Oh, there is Pomato, and she's talking. Sometimes I want to raid her, but she's in the starting screen, so it's like, no. Let me see. Let's raid Pomato Master. Pretty cool streamer. So if you're on Twitch, feel free to go say hi to her. If you're on YouTube, let me see. If Twig's not streaming, I doubt that there's anybody else I know because Gumi was driving anyways. Let me see. Just make sure. Yeah, nobody I want to stream that is on. But yeah, thank you so much for hanging out today. It's been a lot of fun, a lot of raging, a lot of conversations. Your guys are awesome. I don't usually stream that long on chatting stream, but it was just too much fun. I couldn't help myself. Okay, that's how it happens. You guys are awesome. I'll be back tomorrow playing some games. You guys have a good night. And remember that you're awesome. And I will see you in the next one. You guys have a good night, alright? Remember, you're amazing. Wait. Okay, look, Conway. Happy St. Patrick's Day. Seems I'm catching the end, but I'll kiss the like button for good luck. Thank you for streaming. Thank you, Conway. I appreciate you. Happy St. Patrick's. Have a good one, Nate. Have a good night, Kuro. You guys are all amazing. And I'll see you in the next one, alright? Have a good night. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.